Keen to Geeman. Oh, it's not showing up. I've got to do this. That's a bit silly of me. Nope. How could I forget this? I was remembering everything else. I was like going through the list, and then I forgot the simplest of things, just the game capture. Which I kind of need. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? What is this computer? This HPL project. Here it is. My eyes just were missing it. My brain too was missing it, but more importantly, my eyes. Oh, it's been a week. I've been wanting to play this. I was thinking about this all last night. To bed. I was like, I'm looking forward to this, but I am very tired. It's been a strenuous week. But here we are. So close to the weekend, and we finally more Lovecraft narration. And I'm excited for today. I hope you are too. Well, last time we got beaten up. We got really beaten up. I made some poor decisions towards the end, and we lost one of our 3 possible lives basically in this, and which is not ideal, but I think we'll continue. We might replay this or do a different character next time. I'm not sure which I want to do. We'll see. Next week, I might take a break from all games and just do Next Fest games, at least for, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 streams. We'll see if I want to do a third or not. There's a lot of Next Fest demos that I want to go through. And I just don't know how long they'll take me or how many I actually want to play. I want to at least do 1 or maybe possibly 2. I was thinking the whole week, because there's a lot to go through. I was like, 3 streams of just going through demos might be fun. But we'll see how I'm feeling when we start next week. That's definitely, I got all the games I want to go through. I just have to install them and decide which stays in which and which one's in priority. And do I want to do like a spinny wheel thing to make it more random? I don't know. More thoughts, more process. I was thinking of switching today, but yeah, we'll do it next week. Let's begin the story. Finally, she hurries up. Is up to you. She was gone 8 hours. She has on a locket that she wasn't wearing when she went in. You start to ask her of what befell her. You're hurt, she sees now. You tell her what occurred. It's getting light. And she looks at the wound as best she can, gives you a clean handkerchief to hold against it. We call Dr. Hay, have him come, and she doesn't listen to your protestation. All right. Protest. And you ask, what is the locket? It's a gift from a man called Jonas Baca. He's of that world. It will help me be safe when I am travel again. He can root me here? He can root me. Okay. Grammar's so weird. You start the walk back towards the house. Backer says, PC 2% with the go-between. What does that mean? What? He also knows of this war and landless men that go between you. The men that attacked me, you reply? Yes. I think the wall between the worlds is weaker. These men come from there against here to separate us. Her expression is calm, and if we hadn't meant to act against this already, this makes the decision for us. You walk on away. Yes, we're fighting now, you say. And maybe, she replies, we're a little stronger than people think, you and I. Bum bum bum. Maybe. We're not certain. I did get my ass handed to me, I tell you. Back at the house of Dr. Hayes, examining your hurt. Bob, why you say yes? Not a poacher out after rabbits, or a farmer out after poachers. No, you say with a half a smile. No, he's clearly intrigued, but just as clearly has taken a liking to you. He cleans the wound, stitches it shut. Keep it clean, old chap, and stay away from fences for a few days. And with some cheerful chatter to Doris, he's off on his rounds. I'm angry at myself for not being wise to my actions. I digress. You join Anna in her studio. She goes to the little McQuetry cabinet that opens up on a drawer. She has a coin, a silver florin. She knows it. The verse is as should be. The Crucifix form shield. The curse of, but where the King George head should be is a careful image of what? A single from with 5 branches, smaller stem branches. Father said Father said it kept him safe from influence. Interesting. And this, she slips off the simple ring she wears on her left hand. You wondered at it. He gave me this on my 15th birthday, just after I started having the dreams. Tilted it in the light, and you see that it inside bears a tiny version of the same design. Puts it back on, passes the coin into your hand. You must always carry this. She looks at you serious. You must always carry it. You close your fingers around it, and you say you will. They come for the paintings in a few hours, she says. You need to look at this miniature. You have memories of loose skin with you. You sit with her. Your mind moves with the strange words. You watch her work. The darkness, the water gleaming, white figures with a canine cast that look back starkly from the middle distance. Look into a world as we look into theirs. Monsters that you know are real. Alright. That you know are real. Look into the worlds and there's yours. Adam Char's mythos. And his charm. Dun, 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 dun. At 11 a.m., you and Wilford watch as the men from Thomas Agnew load the canvases into a dealer's van to take them up to London. Then you work, or rather, you go back to a passage in the loose skin as you know it, and you wonder where Victor is, and wonder where Linda Arson is. On Friday morning, you call your office. You speak to Mr. Neal, who asks reasonably that you be in on Monday. You've been here for 4 weeks. You go through the important papers with Anna. You arrange things well. Explain them to her. A formal requirement, of course, but here it's oddly intimate. In the afternoon, you wander into the library. You open memories of loose skin. You sit and read for some time. Will's words make much more sense to you now. Also, dear Thesa, I shall see you on Sunday. Shall we say the usual time and usual spot in the park? I know I've been elusive, slow to write. You may chastise me then. I've been reading some extraordinary things here. I must tell you of them. They are weird, strange, and at the same time, I wonder if they can be true. If such things can be alongside a world of aircraft, telephone, and radio broadcast. It seems that one must evaluate the other, but you will tell me. I will try and make sense of it then. Please tell Mother I am well. My love, Mark. Love Mark. It should be love Mark. I don't know. My love. I don't know. Who am I to judge thy letter writing capability? Right, lad. Well, the next chapter. The go-betweens was in Anna's dream. At the ambush in your flat, when all this started, with Victor in the dreamlands, he serves the messenger. And here's the heart of Nyarlathotep, the black messenger. New York, Geddes God. Did Victor have a hand in Edmund's death? It's your last night here. You look around the old room, its angles shifting over time. None of them true, but all of them real. Call to arms. Bum, bum, bum. In your good suit, best overcoat, suitcase stowed, you sit beside Anna on the train up to London, and the exhibiting opening, and you feel a new weight upon you. It's not your growing preoccupation with these things you might never have known, though that it's heavy, tugs at you always. No, it's a distant feeling at the top of your spine, a feeling of being observed. You can't shake it. For the third time in as many minutes, you look out the quarter, nothing. What is it, Mark? She looks up from the book. Tell me. Do you tell her or not? Resolve. I'll tell her, why not? Actually, what is our... Well, tell her. I need to tell her. Resolve be damned, we need to tell her. You describe the feeling, the sense of derived asks, she asks, yes. It's like that anytime I disappear. It isn't like that anything I've experienced before. I don't believe it's chance. I'm glad you told me. Let me think of it. Your eyes hold, you share understanding. You go, you rise to go. When did I lose charisma? Oh, I think something cost 2 charisma. I can't remember what. Losing mine is never good. As soon as the door opens, there's a crowd, and it's immediately clear that this isn't simply going to be an excuse for a social occasion. The pictures demand attention, and reactions are strong. Some fascinated, some are taken aback. Others show potable unease. A woman pales before a shining ghoul emerging from black water, but she won't look away, the stare trembling. A man gazes at a high, dark castle. His eyes flicker in alarm as if he's been there beneath it and holds some truth. More people arrive. The room fills with urgent discussion. And a center of tension. In fact, you wonder if that gentleman isn't paying for rather too much of it. An older couple approaches you, wealthy. These pearls, goodness, they're very powerful, aren't they? These are very powerful, aren't they? My wife is really quite moved. What do you think? Before you can reply, she speaks. Oh, but you're a friend of the artist, aren't you? Do you answer him or her? Do you try to answer both? I think we can answer her, answer both. Cornerbell doesn't like it. Answer her question. I can't answer his question. Strange. We lose charisma and he doesn't... Well, I'll try answering both. Why not? This seems like the better answer. You move to the most recent portrait of Linda. This woman was known to Miss Linda even before she met her. She holds 2 lives. One in our world, one is in her dreams. You can see she's quite alone, but utterly determined. Oh, she says, the lady, the symbol of that is just fascinating. She thanks you, because circulating even more engagedly kind of catches your eye. A moment from a little crowd smiles, but who are you talking about there? Linda Arson? Anna? Or is it this what any dreamer must be or become? Dun dun dun. Well, insight seems good. Oh, but did I lose mine there? No, we gained mine. Good. I don't know who Connor Bell is, but I think it's good that our relationship improved with them. Who is there? I actually don't know. Where are they? Who is this man? Agent of Thomas in Mayford. And the late 40s urban. Oh, yeah, this is the person who manages the thing. Okay. We have the go-between message. Creatures seem to spend inhuman. They may appear to run in size. Okay. Where is artifact and a charm? And it should have been deserved key. Okay. Okay. And the knowledge. What knowledge did we gain? Shoulder of the Emperor. He said that he had the path open the world at the shoulder of the Emperor and the victor. Okay. And then worshipped. The one of us worshipped, feared by the ghouls. Well, James. Okay. And of course the coin. And then our stat. We're doing pretty good. I'd like our rationality to get a bit higher. Knowledgeable. Everything I would like to go up, but having insight seems important. At least, well, we'll see. We'll see where we get. I'm pretty sure as you, she's done at least a circuit. At least she's done a last circuit, a last goodbye to a happy Connor who walks you both to the door, and then you're free. No more talk of that today. She waves a hand dismissively. You must be bored, right? Rigid. You must be bored, rigid. I'm so sorry. We're going out now. You and I'm going to make it up to you. And to your surprise, she's taking you into her club, the Arts Club on Dover Street, where she arranged for a change into evening dress for you, freshens herself, and then on eschewing a cab, you walk across to Chateau and its little French, Italian, and Greek restaurant. Into the garden at Leicester Square. Okay. The Cafe's Angelus. You've shown to your table. Anna draws looks, but you are more used to this now. The cuisine is of course French, and the surroundings are elegant. Handsome couples move on the floor to the music or dance orchestra. The mood is high. The waiter brings champagne, and you look at Anna, who watches the dancers smiling. This feels somehow bizarre, as if a snatched experience from someone else's life. This growing hoard of street knowledge affects you greatly. Of secret knowledge, sorry. Your hoard of secret knowledge affects you greatly. You can feel your mood start to descend, as it sometimes will, as it always has. How do you respond to the feeling? Ask her to dance? You're not the best. Try and find the conversation, or just stay in your thoughts. She knows you well now. We have to ask her to dance. You stand, hold out your hand. Will you do me the honor to dance? There's a second surprise which becomes delight. I will. She puts her hand in yours, and you walk onto the floor. You judge yourself a poor dancer, but as you hold Anna and the band plays, as it moves with you, you forget that. She glides to your lead. Her hand and left hand rest on your shoulder, her right hand in yours. At moments, her eyes close. Then 3 numbers you dance. You can feel others watching, and when you return to the table, she's glowing with pleasure. Had to dance. Who do you take us to be? Charisma that's not high for nothing. That is the heart. The evening passes, the crowd, the music are livelier. The food is excellent. She tells you that this couldn't have been better. Her hotel's nearby, laid on by the gallery. As you leave, you must consider, will you tell her you love her, or rather how much she means to you? Well, we're telling her we loves her, of course. I mean, both are true, but this is the Riz route. We're doing love her, mind you. Love. You walk. The sun sets, but its light is still just here. Ritz placidly a sumptuous place. Placidly a sumptuous place. You pass her back to the bellboy as she checks in. She turns to you, and you look into her eyes, and you tell her that you love her. She meets your gaze. And her eyes are shining so brightly, and she lifts her face up to yours, and you kiss her soft on the lips. And you see her to the lift, and she's gone. Did we lose or gain insight from love? Okay, love makes lose a little insight. Fair enough. The resolve hopefully goes up. Yeah. Interaction added and away. Relationships improve and wide. Location added cafe Agus and location added the Ritz Hotel. Okay, let me. Yeah, well, Manding. Wow, we're doing pretty good actually. Let's check. Who's this fella? Okay. Oops, I don't remember him, but that's not important right now. Anyway, she is. We have maxed our relationship with her. You told her of your love. She's a dreamer. You declared your love for her. Worship. That's only child 25 old. Okay, so we've maxed our relationship with her. Hopefully that's good enough, even though we did get one of the bad. We might not get the best ending, but I'm hoping we're going to a good one at least. Or maybe this will end terribly. We'll see. I do not know how much left is to have, but I feel like we're getting to the end of this. You meet at the hotel for breakfast. You take a taxi to the station. For her, train home. You know where the painting comes from within her. You know her dreams intensely, and sense she doesn't want to be alone, to be apart from you now. But she won't say it. You both try and make plans, but they're hesitant, necessarily incomplete. You tell her to be sure Doris or Wilfred are there at all times. She should still have Doris sleep there. You tell her you'll call. You watch her train go, raise a hand, and then look around at the platforms and the bustle and the noise with new eyes. This cold place, this city, its ignorance. What can it hope to mean? Regent's Park. You meeting Lisa. You look up at. Sorry, I had to take a sip of tea there. You look up and down the approach. She's late. She's always late. feeling is still there. Something watches you. If it's to become ignorable, it has to be done. So yet, you push it down. Here she is. You frown, you tap the wristwatch, and she laughs, already making her excuses. You walk. You tell her a little of the Suffolk secretively, although you talk freely on on the coins. And the young lady of the house, Anna Wide, she's an artist. You're close to the zoo now, and you feel the need for honesty. Do you tell Morvana she clearly wants more? Do you say something on the strangers of the week? Well, we should tell our sister. We should tell. I very much admire her, Lisa. She's very clever, bright. She's faces rather a lot too, does so with great courage. An artist. I very much admire her, Lisa. She's very clever, bright. She's faces rather a lot too, does so with great courage. And an artist? Yes, she lives for that rather. She has opened here, Old Bond Street. Oh, can you go? Can we go? We'll go. She sounds lovely. Mark, I hope we meet her very soon. We'll be friends. You try and stop us. Simple as that, dear Thesa. I mean, terms are maxed, but that's not important. We're just doing that to improve our relationship, and we'll tell our sister. We have to. We have to tell her. Monday work. You buy papers for reviews of Anna's opening. Start reading on the bus. Inspired, says the Times. Scandalous, offers the Telegraph. Strong position. You remember Conrad telling you that genius, outrage are the best tickets in town. You're happy to see Frank, but as you catch up on your work, you don't think you can do this anymore. It seems irrelevant, untenable. You struggle to the end of the day. The Evening Post brings the letter from Anna. She had a telegram first thing from New York. Victor's there. He joined with the cult. They are ready to bring the messenger across. Right. The Evening Post, lover. She had a telegram first thing from Linda Arson in the New York. Victor's there. He just joined with the cult. The act are ready to bring the messenger across. Mark, she writes, Linda wants us to come. Help her stop this. Try to stop this. I'm at Liverpool Street, 6 p.m. tomorrow. I've already wired for a ticket. I've already held a second one. Don't answer me for now. We'll talk tomorrow. And I know this is too much to ask. You make the decision in a moment. The next morning you go to Mr. Nail to talk on the wild estate. He shakes his head at the coin. Priceless, he smiles. Quite a venture. Hey, Jackson, well done. But now you must tell him of your decision to leave his employee. And it's not a moment you relish. He's a decent man. Are you brief, or are you honest and forthcoming as he can be a risk of apprehension? Oh, frick. I want to tell him. What am I lacking? You need James interaction. He has noticed. You need James Neal interactions. He has noticed you. He's not. Who's James Neal? Oh. Guess we're not good of a relationship. Damn. Sucks. But, damn. Sir, I've decided to leave my position here. I apologize for the sudden news. It's been a great pleasure to work for you with my colleagues here, and I thank you for the trust you placed in me. I wish you and the firm every success. Well, I wish you success too, Jackson. I'm very sorry to lose you. Good luck in whatever you do. He shakes your hand. Frank hears of this with some dismay, and you arrange a drink with him for lunchtime. Then you're shaking hands with others, and leaving the office for the last time. Damn. We didn't know them well enough. My resolve should go up. Yes. Well, at least our resolve is maxed. Condition worsened. Not ideal to say the least, but it is what it is. And Keys, you head over to Thomas Cook Agents on Kingsway. Pick up the tickets for 2 cabins for the sailing from Southampton to New York this Thursday, and then walk up to Henkey's public house to meet Frank. He gets you a pint, and you sit and try your best to smile and be good company, but there's little that you can tell him. Every question leads to an awkward evasion, and you never needed secrets from Frank. The mood is sad when he has to go back to the office after the hour. You shake hands with, wish each other the very best, insist that you'll see each other soon. And then you sit alone to finish your drink. Somehow, you both knew it isn't true. Damn. You meet her at the station. She has the notebooks, several more texts. You talk in the taxi on the way to the hotel, but it's not until it's in the view that she makes sense of what you're saying. You'll go? But what of your work? I resigned. I had to. She quite unsure how to respond. How do you handle this? Sure, things will be well. Share your honest concerns. Speak to her of her strength. Sharing concerns might be a good thing. I mean, resolve and charisma are max. We don't need that. Share your concerns. I'm beside you every step, you say, and will stop Victor in what he attempts, but we must both be strong. This isn't something one can be ready for. No, I need you, Mark. I'm traveling further in my dreams now. I think the go-between wants me, because I can go very thing we go to stop bringing drop. We won't let that happen. There's a pause as she looks at you. No, she says firmly. She takes your arm and leans against you. I mean, how can it improve even further? We already have it maxed. Location. Okay. Impartiality. Damn. Oh, that's her sister. Yeah, you can't prove anymore, but that doesn't matter. Dunwich Beach. It's the place. And we're, yeah. Resolve and just wish our health, insight, and rationality was as good, but we continue. Oops, did I? Ah, well. The Russell Hut is close to you. You meet Anna for breakfast. She must go to and Dickens John's for a few things. You wonder if you must induce her to thesis, but it feels wrong to you like this. Hurried, uncertain, you asked on the expedition. Connor telegraphed yesterday. It's packed out. He says at event. She smiles, but you see it can't mean what it should. Nothing can leave what's happening to you both. I skipped a page, but I go back with this one, which is a bit annoying. I would have liked like a log of what's been said. That evening you take her to Charlotte Street, and it's many little continental restaurants, cheap but rather wonderful, and filled with people from all walks of life. Utachim, it's the German delicatessen. I don't know what that means. You know, well, they are very taken with Anna, and they make great fuss of her with many good-natured jokes at your expense. Nothing's laughing still. You start back to the hotel. I feel like I missed a page. I don't think I did. Nah, I think I read it. Let's say I did. Must have. I hope I did. You stand on the curb, traffic rushes by there. That feeling of being watched again. A man close by your shoulder. Too close. Go. A voice in your head. Go, go. Far away. You hear Anna shout your name as she loosens your arm and hands in pockets. You step out into the path of an oncoming bus. It sounds, its horns, its breath, it wheels, and you look as it with horror, but you can't move. And then something very heavy is in your left hand. A charm, any charm, and with that clarity. What? You leap back. Just reaches the pavement as the bus screeches past. The man who was by your shoulder is there, tries to block you, but pushes you back into traffic. Someone screams. What do you do? Knock him down. Protect Anna. Defend it. Protect Anna. You take a step in front of Anna as he comes at you. Swings right hook. How do you rack? Oh, frick. I guess we have to dodge. You stay back, but his punch catches you hard on the left temple. You raise your guard. Hey, someone in the crowd, grab him. And there adds their help. He's held. Why did you come at me? I know you attacked Anna's wild. He looks back defiant. What? The crowd all around the bus. Driver's here. Everyone has something to say. He scrambles away. He's running. Damn. This boy can't get a break. We made this die. Just well, there goes our health. It was nice while it lasted. What did he mean? He knew my name. You're back in Russell's. Oh, Brandy. Someone sent him. They could say what they wanted. She's very worried for you. I heard a voice as I stood there. You say, I felt compulsion. You must be careful, Mark. We don't know what we face, and they seem more careless for your safety than mine. You take a step. The feeling of being watched is still there, still strong. Dear Thesa, I make a journey quite suddenly. I take the RMS messages on Thursday, sailing to New York. I accompany Anna Wade. I left my envelope at first. I'm not moving immediately to another firm. Thesa, it's the right decision. Things are happening. I'll tell you more. I don't worry. I'll write on the rival. But be well. I wrote to father separately, so no need to tell him or mother. Sorry, Lisa. I'll write. Love, Mark. My love, Mark. So much is happening. Should have pushed him down. I don't know. We'll see. That probably been the smarter action, honestly. Someone watches you. They can find you in the city among all these people where life should be certain, and when hope is suddenly with you again. You journey now. You've great responsibility, and you hold responsibly, and you hold responsibly hard. But you fight this, even if you can't match up to it. You fight in it just as hard as you can. You sit across from Anna in a first-class carriage of the Southampton boat train as it pulls away from Waterloo. Your case travel with you. It was too late to get them sent ahead. They're in the luggage van, although the gum isn't something that makes the trip. Your gun isn't something that makes the trip. It can't responsibly pass through customs. She's shaken by the attack. Checks you again that you're alright, and you assure her that you are. She looks from the window down to her hands in her lap. Ma keeps gaze down. So do you think we should take a double cabin instead of a single after what happened last night for safety? Ensuite, I mean, first class cabins have adjoining rooms for privacy. Is she blushing under her powder? This way we'd be close if she tails off. Clearly worried how this will be received. How do you respond? I mean, train to something. What? Oh, I was expecting a choice. Do I have a choice? No, you must really keep separate cabins. Yes. The suite cabin is the right choice. Honestly, yeah, right choice. Why would you say no? You fool. Also, share a cabin? After ordered for my lady? It's only rude to say otherwise. Apparently we chose the romance. we're committing. Of course, you say. I'll handle it as soon as we get to the Hampton. Through the window, you draw her attention to Crystal Palace, which is briefly visible. Tell her of the Handel Festival. Lisa went to 3 there last year. She seems appreciative of both your response and your composure. Now, only if we can get our health up. We have maxed our charm and resolve. Oh, no. Our resolve went down a bit? Interesting. Oh, well. Yeah. Continue. The train makes good speed down to the south coast, and 2 hours later, you're dismarked at Timoth Station in Southampton. You pass through the custom house where you met by Canard representatives, and your effects. The changing cabin arrangements. The ship isn't full this late in the season. A porter Tommy, sir, ma'am, cheerfully takes charge of your luggage and exits down to the Empress Dock where the RMS Maternina, however, comes into view. She's a sight, quite a sight. She's magnificent. She's enormous. She's a boat. Okay, Tommy asks if you know her. Launched in 1906, he says. She was the largest ship in the world then. Fastest too. Held the record of crossing the Atlantic both ways for 20 years. She lost the Western record only this July. Had one last go at it last month. All turned up and went faster than ever. Lost by fractions to a ship launched last year. You're at the foot of the gang's plank. Are you ready to board, sir? Ma'am? You're welcome aboard by the ship's officer and follow Tommy to your cabin on deck where he sits things down. Bon voyage, sir, ma'am. He thanks you for your good tip before stepping smartly off. Steward arrives to see that you are all in your satisfaction, and then you leave Anna to unpack while you see to deck chairs, table seatings, bathing arrangements, and such, as Thomas Cook, who lives in London, advises you. The mattress is ready. It's a tremendous noise when she sounds her horn to alert those who are on board, to bid farewell to the passengers to disembark. Your errands complete, you collect Anna and head up on deck together to witness the departure. You're marking speed as eastward down the channel. And you and Anna sit a while at the Vandrish Cafe. Watch the south coast slip by, then you explore. It's like a grand hotel. It has smoking rooms, a lounge, a music room. It's so smart and modern. A steward tells you that a refit of the furniture and decor was complete just last year, and the original decor is also beautiful. An Edward and grand staircase in walnut, a wooden paneled library under the dome, skylight. It even has lifts. That's cool. You join your dinner seatings at the appointed time in the saloon, which has a lower level and an upper level. On a balcony all around, again a magnificent high dome ceiling. The food, the service is splendid. It's hard to believe you're at sea. You sit at the table with a young American couple, Edward Ulfit and his wife Claire. They're from the town of White Plains, New York. Have been exploring London for 2 weeks. Edward's outing, very engaging. He says he was fascinated by the history, and Claire loved the museum and the shows. He mentioned Ransby MacDonald's visit to New York and Washington earlier this month to talk of that naval treaty. Claire, he smiles. I do believe Mark and Anna here are even more handsome couple than the Prime Minister and his wife. He raises his glass to laughter. Claire's talking to Anna about Neil Coward's play. Bittersweet. You're pleased to see them relaxing into each other's company. Edward tells you they both work in New York City. Claire's a sterographer at the National City Bank. He's at New York cleaning house. They take the train each... clearinghouse. New York's clearinghouse. They take the train each morning. A distance they couldn't live in the city. You contribute to the conversation. Edward is easy to talk to. A pleasant evening. You and Anna retire to your own beds. You conclusion of her. You're conscious of her presence, but you sleep. Damn. I mean, I'm maybe hoping for some bit saucy reading soon. But we'll see how things go. Will we get our romantic evening? Or will we not? I mean, let's see what is happening. The next day, you arranged to meet Edward on deck for a stroll. Are you a fan of boxing, Mark? Are you a Gene Tooney man or a Jack Dempsey man? I've got no great knowledge of boxing. What are the merits? Good question, he thinks a moment. Well, I like Dempsey's aggression. Edward puts his fist up, rolling up his shoulders, but even more I like Tunney's skill. Now he shuffles his feet, feints a punch, and grins like a schoolboy. You ask him about New York. Oh, you gotta be careful, New York. He's still grinning. Start to talk about gangsters. Al Caprone's one of ours. New Yorkers in Conchito now pretty much owns it, but there's still plenty of rackets in the city. You know we have prohibition still, right? You do? Well, the gangsters bootleg the beer and sprayers, run the gambling and prostitutions, and they own a shopkeepers who have to pay them to avoid having their business turned over, or worse. Now he looks rueful, stares sideways at the ocean, and stories in Claire's magazines make it sound like it's all adventure and romance. He shakes his head. Is it the same in England? Not really, or not on the same scale. Okay, he says. You never heard someone say that word, okay, or only the actors in American talkies. I'm gonna take a sip of tea. Edward's expression changes again. Ernest, say Mark, I gotta say, what's Swell girl Anna is. Claire says she's an artist now. Wow, really swell. You nod your agreement. Are you two engaged, Claire and I wondered. Goodness, he's direct. You clear your throats. Reply in negative. You're not? No, why not? He looks at you with great interest. What do you say? Turn the subject back to him. Admit that you want that. Explain her recent loss. That is actually move the conspiration away entirely. I guess explain the recent loss would be the most logical one. You do want this, but turn the subject back on. We'll just explain the loss. We'll be upfront. She had a recent sadness in her life, you say. Her father died just a little more than a month ago. I'm sorry to hear that, he says. The two of you stop walking, stand at the rail. She's heard it from you, though, right, Mark? She needs to hear it. You know she loves you, right? He looked at you curiously, and the girl. He looks at you curiously, and the girl like that? Well, you gotta go with your heart sometimes. You give a small nod and look sideways to see Anna and Claire walking from arm in arm, and they wave as they come towards you. You walked another circuit of the ship all together before you separate. Mark, says Anna, I lost my pen in the library just now. I'm not sure how. I had it one moment, then I didn't. Let's go look again. You head that way. It was a gift from my father on my 18th birthday. Was anyone else close by? You searched where she sat. Perhaps they picked it up by accident? Not that I can remember. I was so wrapped up in the notebooks. Look, I was writing with it in here, so I know I had it. She shows a page, a passage on tunnels in dreamland, a clever sketch beside it. The daughter continues her father's text. It's later, you're on the deck in evening wear, her in a gown of silver, name with matching wrap. She was bright at dinner, but now you see she's nervous. Holds herself with both arms, and you know it's not against the chill. You ask, and she tells you what you feared. I had a physical feeling today of being under watch. It's as you've called me. I thought it would go. It hasn't. Not to bear. Yes, you've been living with these last weeks. She seems unsure for almost the first time. You take her hand and walk. Wow. Was not expecting this image. Can I show that on Twitch? Yeah, it's probably fine. Scandalous. You take her hand and walk her to the cabin. As you close the door, her wrap falls to the floor. You embrace her. Your lips find hers. Damn. Damn. You feel her dress climbing under your hands. Rocking up at her waist as you bring her to you. Feel her, and she weighs nothing as you lift her and move her body as she holds tightly to you, claps herself to you, her nails hard across your back, and she whispers her need, her love. She grasps you now as you move inside her, pushes hard against you, making the tiniest high-pitched screams, clings to you as you move deep inside her. And then you tense and close your eyes in the longest moment and drowning her out with your shout. She lies with you on the narrow bed, your arms around her, your head resting on her shoulder. Did you hear that? What I said? She says. Well, if you were listening, you did. You move on her a little, caresses her gently. You lie like that for a long while. Conversation. Okay, I think we should wait to this till after the ad break, and then we'll have this conversation. Because I'm getting the warning. It starts in just a moment, and this is going to be a very important story or lore a bit, and I do not wish to miss it. So I will go to the ad break screen now. It will stop spinning. Well, we got our romantic evening, as we hoped. Love is quite strong between these two. Hope we get them to a happy ending. I do not want to see either of these have a sad ending, if I can help it. But no guarantee, especially in a Lovecraft tale of horror where many endings go awry. But we'll see. Yes. Love to get these two a happy ending. Where they don't have to be lost to madness or dead or whatever. But we might. It says in the tutorial if my character has one that fails, we might not get the best ending, but I'm hoping we get maybe not the best ending, but a decent enough one. We'll see. If I've already sealed that envelope and locked us out of one of the better endings. We may not need the best ending, but we hope we get a good one nonetheless. Wait, the story's very good. I like the characters, the setting. The grammar is a bit weird at times. My reading doesn't help there with a lot of words. I do not, well, are not in my normal normal speech. So there's a lot of unfamiliar words. Words that are not used very often, which sometimes throw me for a few paces. But nothing I can't handle. We come back to and just read it a few times, and lots of places and things that are not quite sure the pronunciation. Those do trip me up. I'm like, I know some of them. Other ones I'm not sure. But I'm enjoying it. Enjoying it immensely. I'm hoping... What am I hoping? Of course, I'm hoping the obvious. Good. I've already stated the happiness for both of them. I fear what comes yet. But I think our characters... It is important that our character romances her to stop her from going to Nyarlathotep. I think that's an important plot point, because if we are not giving her something to stand firm to, I feel like we would, in the story, would lose her to Nyarlathotep, and that would give us the bad ending. So in a way, love conquers all, all that jazz. I think this is pretty important. Just because how the story was, also like, because Nyarlathotep feeds on, because they're all like Lovecraft being feed on the mind and stuff, and if she didn't have something like this to strengthen her resolve, I would fear she would not be strong enough to fight such things. And the story would go down a very unpleasant and sad route, I believe. So our interaction, our going against the warnings at the beginning may actually be the right decision in the long run for saving us, giving us the better end. Nothing risked, nothing earned, or nothing ventured. Yeah, or something like that. But that last saucy bit, I was joking around before wanting one of those, but I was not expecting to actually get a saucy bit. I'll be real. I was not expecting that. I'm glad it was only a couple pages. I don't know if it went any longer than that. I don't know how I could have carried on. But I'm sure it's just text, the story, and it's a small part of the story, I dare say. Shouldn't be much of concern. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm, of course, worried, and this next story bit will be a big lore point for our main two protagonists. And hoping it goes well between the two. I'm quite curious how is the play of the other two now. Hers in particular sounds like an interesting route. And the other one, Cult, of course, is interesting. But we're back from the ads. I can stop spinning and we can get back. Hey, stop spinning, good sir. There we go. And we can get back to the gaming. All right. Mark. Mark, she speaks again. What can you do? What are we going to do? What do you say to her? I know you can stop this, and I'll be beside you. We can stop this. I know we can. We have to stop this. I can stop this with your help. I can do it. Stop them. I really don't know, but I won't give up. And I won't surrender you. I mean, the last one, to be honest. I know you can. I really don't know, but I won't give up. And I won't surrender you. Is how I believe. I'll be honest. Her hand goes on to your chest. Lay there, moves gently. You watch it. You notice the tiniest fleck of violent pain on her thumb. She quiets for a little while, then speaks again. What if we fail? She asks in a whisper. We might, but I don't. But I know you're not a person that won't. We might, but I know you're not a person that won't start something for the risk of failure. Then I will have tried, and I won't let harm come to you. I won't. I know just a little of you now, and I think there's just a chance you won't. Then we fail together, you and I, but I'm going to try very hard to see that doesn't happen. She turns her head and kisses your shoulder, then lies her cheek on the spot. Her hand still moves, caresses you. You watch it, the smooth skin, that little spot of paint on the manicure nails. It's slow and stops. She sleeps. Chapter 5, The Treacherous Sea. You hold her, your breath her scent. Are we losing insight for that? Yeah, fair enough. But we should gain mind, hopefully. Please gain us some. Yes, thank you. Resolve. Well, we would gain resolve, but our resolve is max already. What is... Before we continue, remember this. I wanted to check. Friendship, whatever. This. Wife. Oh. To forward. Oh, who's this? Oh, that's the American. The American. Forward. What interaction we gain? She's a dreamer. She's told her you're in love. She's in love with you. Okay. That's good. And I would like to, our insight is lessening, but well, we're exhausted. That's what I really like to get her body up. You waken in the night as she starts to move. She stretches, murmurs, and then she raises herself a little. Folds back the sheets from you both and raises gracefully to knee on the bed beside you, at your hip. The temperature has dropped quite suddenly. You lie still, surprisingly you can see her better now, as though what light there is in here is drawn to her. She's naked, as are you. Her eyes open, she looks steadily at the point that must lie far beyond the cabin wall. You know she still sleeps. Her gaze moves, then holds as she studies something. It moves again. She sees things and you sense that she's moving through, though she's quite still beside you. Once she smiles, and once she shows a slight alarm, pulls her eyes away from something, but mostly her expression is calm. You know part of her isn't here with you now. Part of an hour. You watch her. It's so cold in here. She must be freezing, but she doesn't show it. And then her eyes move suddenly, and she gives a small gasp, and her hand rises. The exhale in relief, she smiles, seems to brush off apology, and then listens. Look too, she asks. Her first words. She nods, her eyes flicker down, and she reaches out her hand as if to take something, and she has something. You glimpse a small, pale object held in her fingertips, and she raises it to look at it, but you can't see it well. It's cupped in her palm. I shall, she says, looking up. She nods, watching for a time being before looking away as though someone left her. She gives a small sigh and lies back down. She puts her closed hands on your chest, the item held within. Yes, she's so cold. You pull up the covers, put your arms around her, and she gives a small noise of affirmation. Then I shall, she says, looking up. She nods, watches something for a time before looking away as though someone's left her. She gives a small sigh and lies back down. She puts her closed hand on your chest, the item held within. Oh, no, I read that. She's so cold, her arms giving a small noise of affirmation. Okay. I saw Pope. Dream. I saw Pope, she says when she wakes. He gives you something. Yes. She says, surprised. She opens her hand, passes it to you. It's a slim bone, perhaps from a small creature. A zoo bone, he said. He was worried for me. He said I looked too. That someone had put a shadow on me. That someone watched me. She has risen, shrugs on a back. She rises, shrugs on black, meadow-like robe. He said that whoever did it, I was to snap this in their face. All right. Snap this in their face. All right, good. Perhaps you pass it back. And she puts it in a lace handkerchief. Folds it, puts it carefully into a pocket in her black leather purse. You reached Pope. You say without the cottage, the stairs way in. Yes, never before, she says. Whenever happens, the words have come closer. The dreamlands are closer. You say never before, she says. Whatever happens. Yes, never before, she says. Whatever happens, the worlds have come closer. The dreams are closer. Your concerned eyes meet her. You kiss. Mwah. Mythos add closer. Mythos add shadow. Interaction add await. Another interaction added. Curious. What interaction did we gain there? She's a dreamer. She's in love. She loves you. You saw her travel. Take the bone on the metal. Knowledge. Closer. Dreams are closer to where. Okay. Else. There was something else. A shadow. Don't put a shadow on me, and I guess that's it. I was expecting something, maybe more? Guess not. Mark, you walk with Anna's Anna. Father's notes talk of spells, of personal items, making a link between caster and subject. You're thinking of your pen. I'm sure someone took it, and that compulsion you felt our last night in London. Yes, you say the same person. If though they follow us, they're on board. Yes, someone's close. You stay by her all day. You can't relax now. Must be watching every moment. The next day, Sunday, passes. You join Edward and Cliff at the dinner. They sense something change between the two of you? Some asset? In his way, Edward tries to warm out a few things with Anna, though her proximity limits you. But he also asks if there's something else on your mind, anything he can help with. You thank him there's not. You tell him if help was needed. You see Claire engage Anna in several short, hushed examinations. Edward's sneers widen. Conversations to Claire's pretended distress. He talks shop. There was a huge rise in the stock market under President College and Secretary Malone. Everyone's invested, big and small, made good profits. He rises after a finger, but not necessarily money. And things look less rosy since Hoover. Come in March, business slower, a lot of credit out there. Inflation's a worry too. He saw a correction in June that may mean. And Claire interrupts to tell Edward to stop his little lecture right now. And everyone laughs. And you and Anna make plans to meet them on the morrow and say goodnight. A decade evening. You go out onto the boat deck. The wind's up, the sea's high. It's colder than it has been. You're in northerly latitudes here. You walk sternward onto the cafe. You're out of the worst of the wind there. Anna stands behind you, holds her shawl with one hand, her little jeweled evening bag in the other. You're at the edge of the lights. No one else braves this, and you could go in, but this feeling of scaring is too much. You're scaring is too much. You're restless, and Anna seems to feel the same. Movement, you look up. A man strides toward you, broad, throws his overcoat aside, and you feel that awful clutch upon your mind, the same as the night in the London West. His eyes, there's something within them. Something shifts, and even as part of you resists, you're beckoning to the rail. The sea, it calls you. You hear Anna shouting your name, but your hands are out of to rise yourself, and he's finding foothold. This compulsion, you must fight it. Fight! Okay, do I have a choice? You feel his eyes. You feel a heat from your pocket. The charm, it protects you for the moment as he comes to the rail toward you where you stand. Oh God, his eyes, the depth of them shift, and things, tentacles, lick out into them. The air from his face glistens, obscene, groping for you. What do you do? Rush him, draw him away from Anna, climb onto the rail, pretend he has you, stand firm. Rush him, where? Fuck this bastard. Beat him up. You launch yourself at him, but you move so slowly as in a nightmare, and the things in his eyes have just, as you hit them, bear you down as you both fall. They rasp you. They hurt you badly. You can't move. You have no strength. You can't fight this. Anna steps in before him. Her fists are held up and together, but now she brings one away for his flash at his face. The bone scores him. The sea screams, reels against the rail, his face straining as the shadow bleeds dark under his skin. He leaves you. The sluggishness is gone. He screams again, lifts his fist against her. What do you do? Throw him overboard. You catch him clearly. Back he goes with a cry. Over, down, spinning, jacket flapping, falling down into the ocean. Gone. Wide Anna's eyes turn her gaze from where she stood to you. That prick. Going in the sea. You're wounded. The pain is great. Ah, oh, damn. I might be dead again. Yeah. Shit. This game's keeping up my poor man. Horrors in the eyes. Damn. Wow, this ain't great. Knowledge. What knowledge did we gain there? Oh, went back. Horrors in the eyes. What's this? The eyes. Reaches out to you. Damn. The ticking. Damn. Our boy cannot get a break. His body's just freaking beaten up. This wound, this blow is too much for you, but the end is different than you thought. You feel every moment. It's a terrible weariness that bears you down, irresistible. The pain recedes as fatigue takes you, and lose sadness. Your breath slows, blood thickens. You can't fight it. You won't. No, no. Somewhere you still resides, and shouts out, and your heart slams in your chest. As it stopped, you jerk violently. Your whole body, your eyes open. You stare around you. Life floods through you. It floods through you. You're back again. Damn. Well, our boy. Let's try to avoid some kerfuffles because my boy's taking a beating. One more tuffle, one more fight, and we lose. We're out for good. Mark, you're hurt. Mark, you're hurt. I thought that thing was in the other bag. You grin, you hide the pain. That one doesn't look big enough. And she laughs with relief, and you check on her, and then bend over his coat, take it find a key, and with the last look at the vast ocean and another unwanted flash of those awful depths you fell into, you go inside. Okay. Cabin, a 35 stays. There's the key. Now or never. After a cautious lock, you enter. Empty, orderly, good shoes, closed luggage. She travels alone. Her pen is on the desk, and next to it is your razor from the bathroom in Suffolk. Victor, she says. She takes both. You open a writing case, find 2 letters to George Dyer. The 2 of you read them together. The first is from Victor, dated 1st of October, the day after you left the house. Meandering bellicose, strange, but you find this. We're ready. We have the text inside us. We shall lead the cult. Bring the messenger. And later, Mark Jackson assaulted and wired our fiancé. Kill him by magic. She's not to be touched. Remarks assaulted by her way. Our fiancé. Kill him by magic. She's not to be touched. The second letter is from Claire's Gibbity's date. 15th September in Simply, New York. He writes, I reach the growing hysteria in the city, the cumulative effect of the year of vivid greed and pleasure-seeking, the clutching hedonism that has paved the way for the messenger and his message. And remember to bring Naftra through the all-present, will give a piece of themselves to bring him where he needs to. Interventions, and if you know the way, we will give more. Give your whole self, which certainly of a complete reward. Expunge yourself like anew. You know this. Lastly, we'll use Butchman, not arson, but arson. But there's may yet to be more perfect guide. Bring the messenger, growing hysteria. Give yourself whole. We'll use Butchman. Dyer's. What? Oh, correspondence. Dyer's. I can speak. I can read. Johnson's used Greed's name, you say, and Gleed talks of Linda Austin as if she's ready to go to this thing. Is her telegraph a trap? Trust her, Mark. We must. The perfect guy worries you too, and there's no doubt that Victor serves in this cult. He's not just a correspondent and that he wanted you dead. You see she's exhausted, but do you ask her about Victor's use of finance? You ask her, don't ask her, she would tell you if she wants to. Well, we don't have time. We need to know. Does Victor believe what he writes here? Hear you about you? Yes, he does, she exhales. When Victor came to live in the house years ago, father, she flattened. flatters. She flatters. She tries again. Victor says a contract was made. Father agreed with him that he and I would marry if Victor protected me from, well, all this. Father had somehow previously committed me to it. To danger, her hands worked together. But I didn't want protection from it. Victor traveled in the dreamlands and told me the stories, and I was taken by them, and it all seemed right. Oblivious. I could say I was young, that he carried authority over me, but I also just took this as the future and wanted it. She looked at you hopelessly. He demands it still. He loves me in his way, but I can't love him. I'm so sorry, Mark. I should have said all this, but you walk back with her to your cabins. Do we lose resolve? Let's worsen with Anna. Interaction add to victory. Okay. Wow. Damn. He stirs the cult. He travels too far. Well, we can get... Damn. Where's our this? Well. We can get that back up. I'm sure. But we need that information. Gone. As you do, the shadow's gone. Gone just now, like a noise that you didn't notice until it stops. You look at each other. You both just realize it. You don't need to say it. Your attacker died. He's dead just now. My God. Did he live all that time out there in the ocean? Nurse added Charles Gannon. Contract added George Dyer. Well, he's dead. So I killed this man. Hatred. That's quite funny. He's also dead. It probably should say that. No. Okay. That's quite. He's dead. This one's the one dead. But they both hate us. Charles Gideon. Yeah. Quite funny. I mean, not funny enough that there's a relationship book and it says relationship hatred and then under parentheses dead. Quite just imagining this to be in someone's journal. I'm like, okay, what is this? Imagine this is actually the books our boy carries. Okay, growing hysteria. Give yourself all. You will use Butchman. Okay. We are a little that hurt us, but I think the information was important. I think that. It's only a letter the next day that his disappearance became widely known. Announcements are made at the dinner seatings that a male passenger has been lost, presumed overboard, probably. This went unnoticed until this afternoon, and the ship has covered too many nautical miles for a search to be officially mounted or given sea coordinates to stand any prospect of success. Nevertheless, a distant call has been radioed to the ship along the mariner's course. The mood on the board is of shock, immediately followed by the superstitious thrill from the incidents. It's the only topic of conversation. I killed a man. Well, I don't know. I know this man's not to be a man of violence, but that dude, I tell you, he tried to push me to the sea. Not fighting until now. My dude is like, enough of this. Enough is enough. The last couple of days at sea passes. With Wednesday morning comes the sight of the eastern seaboard of the United States. The Matrinalia Metrina makes your new past Long Island, and now New York is in the view and everyone is on deck. The crossing has taken 6 days. Anna's threatened, you're sure of it now. She's being watched here, being watched in the Dreamlands. Victor, the cult, the go-between. Nyarlathotep, they want her, you gone. Won't have it. Chapter 6, lines drawn. Dire in the middle of the ocean, the bones pulled from nowhere. No, you know better. Now, Edward, Claire, safe in their ignorance. Shine a light on all this, but ignorance doesn't mean safety, even if it lets a mind. If it lets a mind. Yet you struck back. You weren't meant to reach New York, but here you are, now to find Linda, find Vicar, find Gades. Kill them all. Well, we'll stop them. I'll do what's necessary. You and Anna stand with Edward and Claire at the rail as the city towers rise like glory above you. There's an amazing sight. These skyscrapers, they cluster together, 40 and even 40 stories high. You pass up the Hudson, and with the attention of little thugs and sounding of her horn, the monster comes to her pyre. You pass through customs out into the crowd of people, motor cars and carriages that are here to meet the ship. Edward and Claire help you hail in the taxi. They catch their train from Grand Central, so it's a goodbye now. Edward gives you address of his office on Lower Broadway in the hope you can meet him. You make the short trip to your hotel, the Chelsea, on West 23rd Street. You look at it over as you pay the driver. Considerable red brick terracotta traced with ornamental iron balconies. It has a rather gothic feel. The bellboy, Carl. What a bellboy. Presumably takes your personally takes your bags, and you are soon checked into your connecting rooms on the 10th floor. You have a light lunch in the hotel. Arlene is your waitress, also very friendly, and as Carl passes, they share fond looks. Is Carl courting you? Asks Anna. We hope to marry next month, ma'am. Nice. That's sweet. Contact added Carl. Contact added Arlene. Location added the dining room. Region added New York. Location added Pier. Location added Hotel Calesia. I don't know. Sorry, butchering all these names. The Priory is London. Oh, no, the Priory is Linda. As Anna sits in the reception, leafing through the latest Vanity Fair, you find Carl. There's a dinner club, sir. He asks. There's a dinner club, sir. He asks. A kind of speakeasy. A kind of speakeasy. You like it. Okay. There's a dinner club, sir. Kind of speakeasy. You'll like it, sir. 5 points is the password. A password. You write a few lines on hotel note paper with this information and mark it for the P.O. box Linda gave at the 14th Street post office. Ask for it to be delivered. You collect Anna, step on into the city. You go east on the 23rd Street, and only as you reaches the 6th Avenue and the elevated railway there that the scale of things become clear. Oh yeah, this bunch of blah. Oh, look up Cumbridge. Hey, car. Oh, he's warm. That's good. What else? And his wife. All right. We also gain the dining room. Oh, that's from the voyage. These are just locations. The cabin. I'm not sure what the most use all this information is. It's just kind of nice. I mean, they are places we've been. I just wish these... They're a nice touch, but I feel like they need more use. I just can't think of a... I'll be real, they've not really come back as a use. I was like kind of hoping these would have more than just a brief description of the places and things we've already read on. Some use in the game would be nice, but maybe the different characters have uses, or maybe later on they will come into effect, but it felt like this game originally planned for like an overmap system, perhaps, where you could travel between places, and it wasn't such a linear story and more like you could choose your own. I would have appreciated that, but I understand why they decided against that for a more linear story. It's a lot easier to write and code for. This is all clearly speculation on my part. It just would make sense to have all the locations and the map. If we're not going to use them, why would they be here? They just seem superfluous at best. At worst, a waste of time to add these sections. I mean, kind of neat little lore bits, I suppose, but seems like a lot of work for something that doesn't give a lot of value. Maybe that's just my perception of it. I could be wrong. Where is this? Anna sits reception leafing you through a list of friendly fare. There's read that already. Alright. The city is colossal. The noise, the crowds, the motion, it climbs to the sky. Pedestrians hurry in all directions while traffic is constant on the and views, jerking along at a whim of the lights in the traffic. Controller towers, and everything. The sky is hidden by buildings or cross-covered by wires, steel ladders, balconies. You reach the Fifth Avenue at Manson Square, a huge building ring the space, but there's a dwarfed by the 40-story clock tower, and here's Broadway. You walk for a few blocks. This feels a little shabby. Theaters and cinemas dead by day, the restaurants the same, and all rather brazen. You've gone less than 2 hours, but as you walk back into the hotel, Carl comes across. Mr. Jackson, sir. He passes you a message. Thanks for the coin. You pass back. A single sheet of paper will be there. It's signed by Linda. Oh. You're with Anna. In the front of the address, a brownstone building, a residential street. It looks almost I know this word, but it's hard to say for me. Delicate. We'll look this one up. Does it bother me if I don't look it up? Oh. I'm just gonna use the washroom. I really need to go. After I look at the word, I'm gonna use the washroom. I'll be right back. I was trying to push off to the next ad break, but I'm not gonna make it.
Derelict.
Delaric. Delaric?
Derelict.
Delaric. That doesn't sound right. Delaric. I know what it means. Deserted or owned Delaric? I think I'll be right. It sounds slightly off, but I'll be right back. All right, back. Thank you for your patience. Oh, where were we? Oh, you're in front. You're with an Anna in front of the dress. A brownstone building, a residential street looks almost Delaric. Can this be it? Edward explained that Americans been dry for 10 years. A desire for alcohol remains, and enforcement is inadequate. A political issue, so there are thousands of illegal drinking dens, speakeasies across the city, to which authorities turn a largely blind eye. Nonetheless, as you knock on the steel door, you feel some deprivation. A panel slides back, eye studies you. There's a grunt that may be questioned. 5 points, you say. A panel shuts, a pause. The door opens. After light, a hubbub music folds out. The interior is a renovation, renovate. The interior is a revelation, a huge high push room, wood panels, tables, fully stocked, polished mahogany bar. A jazz band plays up on stage. The music has tremendous energy, the American jazz, and the clientele is very well dressed. Waiters hurry about and come over to guide you to a table. You look the part too. You in the black tie, Anna, a cocktail dress. You sit, order a martini for Anna and a bourbon for yourself. Look around, you see a man just arriving at the bar, staring at you, or more probably at Anna. A black man, he glances away as you look. Hey, here's Linda, says Anna. Here's Linda, says Anna. She just entered. You catch her eye and then she comes to join you. And it feels very strange, awkward given the circumstance of your first encounter. You can see this is a powerful moment for Linda. And Anna, there's a certain tension between them. The waiter comes with another drink now. As the music races on, you talk. We must be open. You start. Let me ask you, do you know Charles Gideon's? Yes, she's startled. He's startled. He leads the cult I spoke of. And George Dyer, he's one of them in London. George wrote to Dyer saying that he'd use not Linda. Buchanan, not Linda. You don't mention that. Mention the more perfect guide or Dyer's death. But Linda looks pained. Yes, I am in Gideon's cult. I'm in Gideon's cult. I was to be shops. I was to bring up, and I wanted to, yes, I could be your enemy. Yes, I'm in Gideon's cult. I was to bring Nop up, and I wanted to. Yes, I could be your enemy. But I'm not, I swear it. As I said to you, I see now that the cult will bring about is a terrible thing. I have to fight it, and I have to have your help. No one else can help. Please, you must mark, says Anna. We must trust each other. I don't know, you say. We've trusted this far. I must ask you something too, says Linda. Victor Butchman, you told me you knew him. He knows I met you in the Dreamlands. He's told Gideon's it's put suspicious on me. Did you tell him? Anna takes a moment to think. No, she says slowly, but I think I see how he knew. I painted you more than once. He saw you in my pictures. Oh, Linda's taken aback at that. With Linda Austin. Location added. Okay. Okay. Oh, went too far. Am I blind? Oh, she's up here. Pledge to help. Okay. And then we have it at location. Alice Square. Alright. What's this? I must... Victor Butcher, you told them... Yes, the painting. Alright. You see the man at the bar again. He comes closer, but now Anna takes your hand where it sits on the table. I know we have reasons to worry about each other, she says. We can't fully know each other, but we got to have trust between ourselves. Complete trust. Silent moment. What's your plan, you ask Linda. Victor Brutchman's here to bring Nyarlathotep, but I don't know where or quite how. She takes a deep breath. Charles, Gideon knows you're both here in the city. I think you are watched. He badly wants to meet you, Anna. Victor's his way of bringing his way to bring Nyarlathotep, but he wants you instead. He's fixated. You must meet him. We have to play on him, learn his plan, learn whatever we can. Yes, we'll go, says Anna quickly. Good. Friday night, but Gideon's will only see you. Oh no, you say, and I can't go alone. She must, Mr. Jackson. Gideon won't harm her. He knows what she can do. She looks at Anna, perhaps better than you do yourself. You still shake your head. He needs her help given freely, says Linda. He has a taste for theater, the Geranics, but I tell you, he's lows violence near him. Then I go alone, says Anna. She looks at you. How do you respond? I don't like this, but is this your idea, Linda? Or Gideon's? I honestly am a bit honest. Fine. I'll trust them for now. I don't like this, but I'll go along. You are sure? I'm going to be the wrong choice, but I do not trust this. Alright, we pleased our help, you say, and a smiles. Linda too. You look around for that man as the music trashes on the current cost. Gone. I don't trust this, but I think it'd be foolish to go against. We're gonna lose mind, aren't we? Yeah. Fine. I don't trust this. But not that her intentions are wrong, more than her plans are poor and will bite us in the arse, I tell you. Aberration, okay. I don't trust this. Just don't know what else to do. Buddy, is this wise, you ask? It's the next morning. You're together in the hotel. Her father's notebook, other tomes are piled beside her on the bed. She's infuriated. I'm sure it's not, she smiles, but it's the one of... I'm sure it's not. She smiles, but it's the one of us, isn't it? That's the part of the plan that they may not fully control. That and the aftermath of their success, of course. You see, she's tapped into a veil of thought. This notebook, she holds one up, runs through 1866, and the last reaches 1910. We've 44 years of father's learning. Some of Pope's progressions are here too. Explanations here too. And father's last annotations and language he knew and taught me. The words I used with Pope. I think there must be used to address and appeal the one of us. She watches for your action. Wallace speaks of it in Memories of Loose Skin. She goes on. Pope 2, this creature might seem to allow or disallow a summoning. Where would he meet this thing, you ask? Good question. She smiles at you. Doubtfully expression, as you said, it may not be at all wise, but I feel we have no choice but to try and play Mr. Gades. True, but I do not... it spells disaster for us, I'm sure. Until after lunch, you sit with Anna, with notebooks and Wallace's text. Your command of details, your legal mind, complements your intelligent thinking. You help her organize her understandings of much of this. You hadn't picked up Memories of Loose Skin in a week. The volume seems somehow happy to be back in your hands, and you read for some hours. It means much more to you now. If we gained insight from that, if I lose more insight, why the fool? Hopefully, he has to gain mind from that. Damn. Mind shudders, and I cannot lose it. Hopefully we do not lose our mind. You're not tourists, but that's evening you and Anna decide to escape. Her preparations is more involved than yours. You say you'll grab a paper downstairs, meet her in the hotel coffee shop. The front page carries news of a sharp down on exchange particles tumbled today. The banks had to come to it in to restore some confidence. Is it really bad news, sir? Alan pours coffee. Everyone talking about it. Is it 12 million shares traded this morning? The exchange lost all it had gained in 2 months of bull market. Carl comes over. I got General Electric, Mr. Jackson. That will ride it out, don't you think? Alan's got radio. What do you think of radio? They're holdings are small, but you realize that this is their wedding hinges on. And as Anna joins you, they are waiting, attentively hoping for advice. What do you tell them? Maybe tell them that you're not in that field. Our mind is shattered. I have little experience in various investments. You say mine is mostly in broader portfolios, but the market may be very turbulent these next weeks. I'd say it's a time to be very careful. Yes, sir, says Carl, but General Electric is a safe one, sir. And as for the two of you, leave Carl in the given airline a look of complete vindication. Damn, I wish we knew more. Character's mind is not the greatest. I don't know if it matters our relationship, these two, I'll be honest. But they seem more like side characters than any characters with any real weight on the story, but I could be wrong. You join Broadway, it's a nightmare crowd, and there's a great press of people around Times Square. The illumination urges you to buy Coca-Cola, BVD underwear, Frisk tires, beer, cigars, chewing gum. Some of the lights jump and pair of upward climb spirals high at the sky, and the traffic flows like a river. The atmosphere is very different now. Cinemas, theaters, restaurants are lit up, and men call out to sell seats to passers-by who are all smiling in their finest clothes. You stop one moment at a cinema foyer to look at the publicity for a musical film, On with the Snow and all the colors talking. Then you go on. A man is there. You recognize him. Excuse me, sir. My name is Clarence Bloke. The speakeasy, yes, at the bar. And again, I know of Linda Aston, Victor Butchman, and Charles Guinness. He swallows. And I think Mr. Jackson and... I think you are Mr. Jackson and Miss Whale. He seems to hold himself together with some effort. A couple of passerbys look your way. I know this is abrupt, but I got no time left. I know what they want to make happen, and I have to know if you help them to do this or if you want to stop it. Yes, you look scared, as if you're so into fear. What do you say, sir? Do you want to stop it? Your mind races. What do you say? We try and stop it. How would you know this? Out of my way. We shall make it happen. We try to stop it. We try and stop it. We try and stop it. No hesitation, and he takes a stiff step back. He doesn't seem to have been ready for this response. You look at him closely, try and see the man is he. What do you say? You have courage, sir. What? Quite. How? Quit. Now, how we stop it? You have courage, sir. You have courage, sir. You've courage, sir. Real courage. Yes, you found us, me, and more importantly, Miss Wade, who has shown similar courage in getting us this far. And now he's nodding. You see great emotions as he listens to your openness. You hold out your hand. He takes it. He has a firm grip. We'll use this as our bridge, you say. This is Miss Wade. I'm pleasure to meet you, Mr. Polk. She says with a smile. He gives her a small, hesitant bow, almost as if he's afraid. You still stand on the sidewalk, people all around you. He visibly tries to calm. They bring us to Earth, I know it. But I know that's not it. He lies there. Bushman can do the first, I've learned that. But Galadin can do more. He can bring Cthulhu. He'll bring its dream into the world. Do you know this? He speaks loudly now, urgently, and you feel the incongruity of this as the moving lights from advertisements and recs play across you all of you. The crowds weave around you. Cthulhu, you say, said, did you see the name in Luskin? He reads your confusion as doubt. Dreaming, undying, it's a terrible clarity that comes, not a madness, no. It's a clear sight, clear understanding of this world, their world, the worlds are trembling out of him, but it matches your readings. When is it? Podcast is looking between the two of you. We hope to know soon, but what can you do? I can fight them here, I know them, I can disrupt them here, but it's going to take more. It's take his eyes go in, and again he lowers his a little. They'll take us all of us. When you have the date, be at Washington Square under anchor at noon tomorrow, or the next day, or the next if you must. Noon I'll find you. And before you can even respond, he gives one last nod and turns. He disappears almost instantly into the crowd. Okay. Please give us a mind from that encounter, not losing it. Damn. But our resolve should be up. That ad break. This might be the end, my friends. Mythos had a terrible calamity. Clarence Floke. Location Square. Our mind shudders at our body. This game is not kind. We will fail and probably have to start again. I wonder what changes we'll make. But I probably should start the ad break in 30 seconds instead of trying to read another page. I know my limits. All right. Oh, we spin into fire. Oh, why is that? There we go. Shoot. I don't know if we can this run. I did too many. How would I decide? I think I've only played on less of gaming it, I guess. I've been playing purely on what I think. Well, towards the first run, I played a little more gaming towards it, but as I continue on it, I just been choosing more into, how would I say this? More into what my character would be playing, even though some of them I think are objectively bad decisions. I mean, there's only a couple of them there's actually a decent amount I would change, but not anyone, well, other than the one where he stood and fight, or definitely ran there. Sure, there's others, but I can't, and probably when we got pushed on the street, probably would have done that a little different. I've just stood there and take it. I wonder, what would be the right choices? So many paths and branches and choices. Hard to say which one's the right. Maybe I should have been more firm and uplifting in that conversation. Maybe we gained sanity in that. Damn. I want to play this character in such a way that might be bad for the gameplay wise, because it might just get killed. I might have to stop being so persistent in a certain play style if my character just goes mad because of it. Hate to do that. There's a bunch, I don't know. I'm not sure, there's so many branching paths. I'm not sure which one would be the right one. We need our mind back desperately. It's so easy to lose health and mind, and not very easy way to get it back. I guess probably my problem, I'm choosing things that increase our charisma and resolve, but not our body or mind. Just because I lean into those sort of choices, even though I probably should lean into things that would be good for my character's mind. I don't know. Hard choice. Very hard. Unset. I wish. What do I wish? We need to get our mind up. That's for certain. If I see something that will get our mind up, I will. It's just better on understanding the direction of conversations, because it's so hard when sometimes to know what actions will do what. I mean, I have a rough inclination of what does what. I mean, that would got our not understanding the body decisions. I was trying to avoid. Oh, welcome in. Welcome in, Vinatech. Welcome in, waiters. You caught me on an ad break. I hope you are not stuck in ads. Oop. Boop. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you're in ads or you are stuck in ads. I waited through most of the ads before rating. Okay, good. What is this game? This is a Lovecraftian text-based RPG. HPL Nyarlathotep. What's the full title? Something. Nyarlathotep Rising. That's it. Welcome in, Raiders. Glad to have you. Lovecraft text-based RPG. Yes. We are going insane again. Our character's been beating up twice. We're on our last tick of life, and our mind is at the edge of sanity. And I'm very concerned because the game is getting more and more punishing as we go on, and we're going towards the end. We are deeply in love with the love of our life, who walks through the dreams. Get her portfolio. Where is she? I believe it was a. Oh, this is our sister. Where is our... Here is Anna Wade. She's also... Yes, there is Sandy Mechanics. Oh, I'm still in the BRB stream. Sorry about that. I meant to be... Let me turn on the audio so you can also hear the beautiful music and the amazing UI. So, I love the UI in this. There are 3 different characters and they each have their own unique UI to their character. And this is one of the other playable characters is her, but she's in our story is a romance option. We decided to do the romance route with her. So she's a dreamer. She can walk through the dreams. We've declared love for each other, and we saw her travel beyond the dream world while we shared a cabin on the boat. There's some saucy scenes you missed, but there's been romance between these two. We've essentially stole her from the other playable character, which was our friend at the beginning, but we found out they are deep within the cult. Where is he? Yeah, Victor Butchman. He's one of the other playable characters, and we essentially stole his fiance because of agreement with her father to protect her from the going on, but he's in a cult and he's bringing about Nyarlathotep, or we believe he is, at least from our perspective, and we're trying to stop him at all cost. It is a complex web of characters, and your actions will either improve or lower our relationships with each of them. So, like at the beginning, where's our father? Where is our father? That's not our father. That's our old boss, which we quit. Here's our father, William Jackson. So, he has not played a part in the story at all, but we did try to improve the relationship at the beginning. He's just our dad. We did really improve our relationship with our mother, funny enough, at the beginning. But yeah. There's a lot going on in the story. Many branching paths. So right now, we started in London. And we started work for our business firm. We do like we were closing up the inheritance, and that's how we were helping our friend at the time, and how we met our love Anna was because her father died, and we were trying to bring that to a conclusion, which we somehow got helping her. It was all connected to some Lovecraftian stuff, and we've been pulled deep into the other side. We've quit our job to help her to stop the end of the world, essentially. And maybe after we are done saving the world, we'll find work again. But first, we must save the world, and we don't have time for work. So we quit, which I'm a little sad. We lost some friendships that way, but I think it's for the best. I think that's the best I can do to catch you all up to what's going on in the plot. If you have any particular questions, feel to ask. And if anyone needs to raid and run and rest, please do not hesitate or just to lurk. I've been each ad break, I kind of been doing these, where I gather my thoughts every hour, basically. For the 3 minutes, I've been commenting on the story and what's been happening. Unless I need to use the washroom, of course, which has happened a couple times. We have some objects of interest, a charm. Oh, we are a soldier. I forgot to mention. Before this, we served in, I believe, World War One, or was it two? It was one. It was definitely World War One. It was, I believe, we served in, and we post-traumatic stress disorder on top of everything else. I guess that's just a little background. We are a ex-soldier who's now works in a law firm. Well, worked in a law firm. We quit, essentially, for now. Right from the hotel. So let's get back into it. Dear Thesa, this is our sister, by the way. We're writing a letter to our sister. We've been writing letters to our sister throughout the story. We've been trying to keep her in the loop without making her go insane with madness or letters. So I've been kind of vague on the whole Cthulhian and Nyarlathotep and dream side stuff, but kind of keeping her in the loop to her. I write from the hotel here in New York today. I hope your mother and father are well, Arthur. I know I've told you nothing about my travel. We are meeting several people. Our business, our responsibility will be defined in the next days. What I can say now to you, I've seen some things. There's this on this crossing and in Suffolk. Oh yeah, we murdered a man. There was a guy who tried to kill us and get us to take over control of our mind and throw us to the sea on the boat. I threw him into the sea, and he's dead. He was swallowed by a storm in the sea, and we are now free from his mind magic, which is good. Just thought you guys ought to know that. This ex-soldier can kill people. I'd been trying to steer him away from violence. There have been many choices to engage in violence. We've only done it once. And I kind of was forced into that situation. But I've been trying to make a peaceful route, but I think he's slowly losing himself to the madness and kind of becoming a little more violent as the story goes on. Or at least that's how I've been playing him. We've been, many choices against at the beginning, but there might be a change soon. What can I say to you? I've seen some things, Lisa, on the crossing and the Suffolk, and before that, the first night too, and I'm not sure I can be free of them, but I have to do this, you understand. I know it. Love, Mark. All right. Here's the next chapter. Every chapter opens with a picture. The mansion. You've met Linda. It seems you can trust her, but Anna and Gideus, he may be very persuasive. And what of Polk? He knows your name, others' names. Is he investigating from the outside? Why would he? But you go on, even if there's still this side of you that complains, and you are ready to accept, even if its voices get smaller. There are no other further expeditions into the city on Friday. Anna immersed in the notebook, and you have Wallace's book in your hand. You order lunch up to the room, and as you eat, she talks on the nature of Dreamlands, its timelines, its closeness to Earth, to other worlds, to other things. She asks questions of you, but doesn't seem to expect answers. How you wish you could return to a point where you might dismiss all this. It's later, she's ready, dressed for dinner. It takes a moment for you to notice she's taken off Pope's ring. She's not been without it since Pope gave it to her. Oh yeah, Pope's ring. The bone ring. What was she doing with that? Forgot about that until now. Gideon's mansion is on the 5th Avenue, the corner of 62 Street. The blackness opposite. It must be the park. I'll be here. You say as you get out of the taxi. Take care. Don't worry, I'll see you right here. She holds your arm a moment and then walks away to the archway in front of the entranceway. The door opens immediately and she's gone. So she's meeting with one of the cult leaders to get information, but they need her to basically bring Nyarlathotep over because her connections to the dream world and all that. She's like perhaps to be the bride of the Nyarlathotep or something. There's a lot going on. I'm not sure about that front. There was some strangeness. We're trying to prevent that. Of course, our character wanting to love her. Gideon's mansion is on 5th Avenue, the corner of 62nd Street. The blackness opposite, it must be the park. I'll be here, you say as you take care of the taxi. Don't worry, I'll see you right here. She holds onto your arm. Oh yeah, we read that already. You just had a confirmation on the text sometimes. But it's not been in your own plan to wait meekly outside. You go to the side of the building. Here's the tradesman entrance, a yard. You look around, a door opens, and you duck back. A man comes out with a coal scuttle, makes for a store opposite. Luck, you take it, move swiftly inside through the open door. A service corridor, empty stairs up. Your luck holds, carpet underfoot, and now you come up to the main house. So we're breaking in, apparently. I've had no choice in this yet. My character's like, yeah, we're going in. And I think it's our past decisions sort of led up to this. All quiet. The rooms are huge, high ceilings, marble everywhere, fine objects, d'art, trapezes, rugs, porcelain. Your plan is not exact. You want to be near Anna, and you want to see what you can see. You pass an elevator, cross a hall lined with oil paintings, reach a wide stairs, climb swiftly. A man's voice. You step smartly into a passageway, stand still. You see him. Do you pick for the character or all pre-built? I wonder if there's any actions. So you choose the 3 characters. They all have pre-built stats, and your actions affect their stats. So we'll either lower or increase all your stats. So your health stats is your mind and your body. So if your body hits 0, you obviously die. If your mind goes 0, you go insane. Resolve, charisma, and insight are different checks in your character. These let you do certain actions you would not be allowed to otherwise. Actually, they all do that, but these ones are not related to your character staying alive. And if you look at my character's already fallen twice, mainly to health stuff, because our character keeps getting his shit beaten out. I've been trying my best not to have this happen, but it's been happening quite often. One more life, and then I'll have to start again. There's some decisions I will change if that's the case, but I'm trying to prevent the 3rd health being lost. All right. Step smartly into passageway and stand. You see him. All right. You're his herald. He chose you. He passed the end of the passage. He's in his 40s. Heavy featured, dark hair, sweat back. Anna walks beside him, a footman behind, chosen you to mend our broken world. You hold your breath and follow. You follow his voice into a ballroom, unlit, vast and high. Its roof lost to the shadow. It's something moving there, but you're hurrying on. A corridor lined with framed maps, a book, pages, a door closed ahead. Silence. You bought, where was I? Sorry, I saw that mid-sentence. Silence. You look ahead the corner to see the footman standing guard. You shriek back. I don't know if Twitch hides the bots, but I've been getting these bots with possible ban invader restricted, which has been nice. It's been easy to see them and ban them. You shrink back, and something on the wall catches your eye, something familiar, a framed page from a notebook, handwritten text and symbols. You look closer. Arnold Wallace symbology from Loose Skin. This is a draft of a passage, and you have examined many times. It's antimony, presumably in Wallace's own hand. You read, the one of us owns notice between these two worlds, that our one world is changed. They open at its will, and it holds all the arrangements for passage made with the chain of the living, those who bear authority. You force it into your mind. The handwriting is cramped, extremes corrected to partial vision in the print edition, and given the agreement and authority being complete, then the speaker owes notice on behalf of the living and the ghoul. You hear a noise from the bottom by you. Something heavy hits the floor. Something moves. And hey, Goldly. Nice catchy VHS. Very, very nice. Cleaning up the lake. Good to see you, Goldly. Hope you are well. Okay. You look in a shape. A man walks towards you. A huge man. What is he? But no, the head's wrong. Too long. The skin is flat and human gray. And oh, it has furled wings which start to open. Oh, God. Creature. What do? Evade it. Run away towards the footman. Evade it. Pass towards the ballroom. Steadfast. Hold up armor's charm. Hold up the charm. I don't know what else to do. You pull out the charm, hold it forward, symbol outmost. The creature shifts away from you, skins lowered, watching a great trail flickers behind it. With a force, will you stride past? You don't remember much else. Okay, I think that was the right choice. I think that was... Oh yeah, there are timed events. That was one of them I forgot to mention. So certain actions are timed. And that one, well, I was like, begone Satan, and pulled up my cross towards that thing. But instead it was a Cthulhu charm and begone thing of the other world. Hold up. One of the old god symbols, or I'm not sure what we had. The good luck charm. Someone looked up, shouting as you tore past the downstairs. Anna finding you outside, her concern, a cab. You can't slow your heart. Every time you close your eyes, you see what's there. It watches you, but it had no face. Oh, shoot. We're losing mind from that. This may be the end. Please only lose one mind, not two. Please. Oh, we gained mind. Okay, another mind. We gained mind because we won. We kicked that. I thought that was the end. Because we... I guess because we scared it off with a symbol, that strengthened our resolve and mind and insight. Its sanity is held off for yet another day. I guess if enemy chose any of the other choices, would have lost mind. Okay. And every time you close your eyes, okay. All right. You and Anna meet with Linda at noon. The restaurant sits between a jewelry shop and a sad-looking haberdashery right under... Haberdashery? Sad-looking... What's that word? Haberdashery right under the overhead railway line. I have no idea how to say that word, but... She here, staring at one of those little magazines from the newsstand that are full of scandalous and true life's confessions. A men's clothing store. Oh. Okay. And order eggs and... Okay. It's gonna seem true. Confessions, and you order eggs and... Eggs! You can keep... The mind strong. That's all I need. And cold ham for each of you. They arrive with fearsome rapidity. You hardly slept. Linda looks exhausted too. She asks what happened last night. And it tells her what she's already told you. The call in Providence, Rhode Island. We don't know when, but we're to meet Mr. Gades there in the city beforehand on Wednesday evening. Did he try and persuade you to join him? He did. I didn't say yes or no, but you won't? I won't. He thinks you will. She looked at Anna almost accusingly. Was Victor Butchman there? No, she says, Anna. Are you all right? It's almost certainly be Friday. She seemed oblivious to the question, the new moon. Then she shakes her head. Sorry, it's nothing. Gideons has asked me to see him tonight. I don't know why. Perhaps tell me of the plan, perhaps? She already seemed overwrought. Do you mention Clarence? No, leave it be. Yes, Mitch. Damn. This does gain us mine, which I would desperately want. But mentioning Plock might be a good choice. And this would give us 8 or I think we have to leave it be because we need to strengthen our mental resolve. It is worrying to say the least. Our health is pretty good, but our mind is less than good. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are all the mythos stuff I'm looking at right now. But this would give us body. Damn. Okay, we're mentioning Plock because we have Plock. I think it's important to have Plock on our side. I think. You are approached by someone. You say, his name Clarence Plock? Do you know him? She shakes her head. He knows of Gideus, you say, and Victor. He knows something of what they want. Seems intent on stopping it. He wanted to know where we stood. There's a couple of people on the edge of things, investigating things. I followed once. She stares into her coffee. We must take care. If they find the courage, they could be dangerous. I don't know if that was the right choice, but I can't let her boy. I think telling her was important. Oh no, do we lose mine because of this? Yes, damn. Yeah, that was probably a poor choice. We learned something else, says Anna, as Miss Gideon courted as Mr. Gideon courted me. Mark entered uninvited and found an early draft of a text we know. The one of us, you say, owes all engagements for passage. Anna Sfar spoke of this. You and Anna tell her more. That was very bold of you, said Linda. If we believe that, it takes the cabulation of this creature to bring Nyarlathotep. You told Anna that you glimpsed something in the ballroom, but you say nothing now. I think he understands you, says Linda. You both, I mean. So she says, best we meet in Providence. I'll be there. A dozen other from here. I know Gideon has connections there in New England, so more. There's a state house, a government building. I'll meet you in front of on Wednesday at noon before you see Gideon. We'll see what we know then. You'll face them then. You sit together in her room. Anna perches on the bed, stares at one of the notebooks, but she seems distracted. You try to distract yourself. You've been trying to read a book you picked, All Quiet on the Western Front. That is a depressing book, if I remember right, from what I've heard, but very on point. All Quiet, sorry. You've heard good things of it, but after a few pages, your mind's rebelling. It wasn't the right choice. Yeah. There's a long, heavy silence, then you both start talking at the same time. She laughs, you speak. You look at her and you realize just how much you have to lose, but you must lay out how things are or how they seem to be. Now, how honest, how frank you are. Caution strikes at the right. Tell her everything. We'll tell her everything. No secrets to be held. Anna, I'll keep you safe, and I will work with Linda. She trusted by Gideus, even if she doesn't have the importance she did. We'll make a plan to combat Gideus. Victor, the cult, I may need you to arm myself. You think as you speak. Some of what they plan might have happened in Dreamlands, probably will. I know there are things that only you can do there. I may not be such a sure thing, but I'll be there. You smile wryly. And Gideus is still torn on his exact course. We'll use that. Clarence Ploak, he opposed to Gideus. He must be an ally, and these books, the visits to the Dreamlands, will find something. I know it's all loose, but with a thing like this where you can't predict what will occur, it's quick thinking and determination that are key. You take her hand in yours, and she grips back tightly. You say, you've more power than you know, you say. She nods quickly, but when she responds, her voice is just a whisper. Alright. Gain some mind from that direction. Our resolve probably increased, but we've already maxed resolve. That's not much. What if? 26th of October. Okay. You're right, Mark. I know you are. What if? He stands, walks to the window. Okay. That was is another chapter? No. This is conversation. These are more in-depth conversations, which is more choices. Which is more like the collection of my actions will choose an outcome. What do you think of Dreamlands, Mark? We know they're real as here. What do you say? I truly can't start to make anything of them or all of this. They scare me, and it scares me that you're drawn to them. It's the most incredible place or thing that I've ever seen. They're beautiful, whatever they are, but dangerous too. And Gideus and Victor play with fire. I think that's the one. They're beautiful, whatever they are, but dangerous too. Gideus and Victor play with fire. You're right, she says, a small frown forms, but she steels herself to say what she wants to say. Oh, Goddess believes this must... Wait, what happened there? Goddess believes this must happen. The words need to change. What if this is a good thing, Mark? That this must come? Her eyes are wide on you. That I must do this? How do you reply? Anna, come to me. You're not going to do this, Anna. You're not. Not a good thing, and you're not meant to do this. I don't believe it can be a good thing. I think your father... I think of your father's reaction to Victor. Yeah. She froze a moment, starts to cry. You're right. She smiles through the tears, puts a hand up to wipe them away. Oh, if you didn't have you. She looks at you with what can only be love. All right. Chapter 7. Wait, we're still in chapter 7. Back to the chapter. Though through still that night, when you shut your eyes. Take care. I need to rest. Best to lurk. Hope your character stays sane. Thank you. Thank you for the raid again. Very much appreciated. Thank you for trusting me for your community, and have a good rest. I'll catch your stream another time. I hope you find some new games. I've got a lot of demos that I want to try out perhaps next week for the next Vex, so I'm curious which ones you will choose. Very excited to see that. Take care for now. Okay, what was I doing? Yes. Oh, this is typing that message. I'll have to fix that later. Though still that night, when you shut your eyes, you see the creature. Our charisma. We lose some charisma. Our resolve stays the same. Too bad we didn't gain no mind. Improve with animal. Our relation improved. Okay. That's good, because we got a little damage from the boat. Breakfast, the New York Times, and the Herald Turbulent carry President Hoover's reassuring statement on the exchange situation. Arlene brings your eggs and toast. I heard your advice, sir. I sold on Friday, not a good price, but more than I paid last year. That's something, isn't it? You tell her that's a good result, and a nod. Hmm. It is, sir. I couldn't get Claire to sell, so we'll have to see about the wedding. Still, you say, well done. That took courage. What if prices rise now, though, sir? Carl's very unsure. Very sure. He says I'm too nervous. He'll be so cross with me if they do go up, I know. But she looks happier today. Hmm. You spend a few hours studying, the words begin to blur, and you tell Anna you just go for a short walk, clear your head. She seems similarly distracted, so she comes down with you to the lobby. You go, I see you back there. She picks up the new copy of Harper Bazaar. You leave the Clessel and head down. You're thinking of Clarence Pluck. That was Thursday night. It's been 3 days. Mm. You'll meet him. He might not be happy. This may be the third time he's waited for you, but you've been as quick as you could. Wait, who? It's not far. You head over to the 6th Avenue, walk south, and 25 minutes you're at Washington Square. It's a slightly public space, lawns, trees, and a huge arch commemorating George Washington's inauguration. People sit in the sun, children run and play in the little oasis of green. You turn. Mr. Jackson, Pluck is right there. Mr. Pluck, indicate he walks with you. Providence, Rhode Island, you say. Not before Wednesday, perhaps Friday, the new moon. Do you know where precisely? Not yet, you say. We will on Wednesday. Makes sense, he nods. The city has a history. The tribes there tell of places where other worlds met ours, and the hills around carry strange tales. This is Laquitious or Plock? What's the plan, you ask? Combine forces? Yes. Take rooms at the Biltmore there. We'll talk again when we have a location. I'll find you. He nods, and he's gone. Mythos. Providence. Location, Washington Square. Nothing to our... That's that one. You come back into the hotel, and the first thing you see is Anna by the front desk with someone stood before her. A man, animated, his back to you, talking. Claire watches, looks ready to intervene. There's something familiar about... Victor? Anna sees you and turns. His face is thinner than it was. Mark, he says flatly. He turns straight back to Anna, but you interrupt. Victor, you walk right up. I need to speak to her, Mark, he says loudly. Others nearby my senses are seen. What do you do? Let him keep talking to her? Plead that he stops what he's doing? Accuse him of trying to kill you? Well, we need the mine. A plea to stop. Oh, damn. What is this? We'll hear him out. We'll hear him out. We need the mind. A new world's coming, Anna, he says. You know it. We know it. We're past the point of whether it will happen. It's happening. Victor, she says, you mustn't do this. So you can. What's Gideon said to you? It's us. We bring him, Anna. Come, come, and you will be a queen in this world. Is that queen to your king? She asks quickly. He struggles for answer, and Anna looks to you where you stand. Anna, we ask you again, come with us, and you'll be a queen in this world. Is that, oh, we read that already. Why did it repeat? What? Why did it repeat the test there? That's weird. Before it's done, Anna too is patient. He struggles for an answer, but before he has one, Anna looks to you where you patiently wait. Why does that give us mind? I do not know, but I will take it. I'll lose a bit of resolve. That is fine. Mythos added a queen. Mark. Mark, can I talk to Victor for just a short while? We sit here in the coffee shop, and then I find you. I'll be sure to finish in time so we keep our appointment. You have no appointment. She gives herself room to leave when she needs to. How do you respond? Yes, they should talk. Yes, but you quietly have Carl keep an eye on things? No, it's a bad idea. Of course they should talk. I don't allow it, of course, but ask Carl to keep an eye on things. Yeah, we can ask Carl. My good friend Carl. Keep an eye on these buggers. You nod, Victor. You give him your head, and after a moment of hesitation, he takes it. Anna smiles. Anna smiles at you, leads him out. Everything's all right. Sir Carl appears. Keep an eye on Miss Clyde, would you, Carl? She knows that man, but he seems to be out of sorts. I'm in my room. You put a dollar bill in his hand. Sir Carl Shiverly is fully engaged. Thanks, Carl. You're a real bro. You're a real bro. Carl, you're great. I love you. Good. We gained mind from that interaction. Yes. She returns to the room after a half an hour. She looks shaken. That was hard. But thank you. She sits across from you. I can still just see the person I knew, but I don't know Mark. It's frightening to me. Don't think he's coming back. He's too far gone. Victor suddenly appears. Victor's sudden appearance has shaken you more than you thought. Was it Gideus who got into his mind, or the go-betweens on their travels in the Dreamlands? Worse, Nyarlathotep? Just how does one stand up to a thing like that? Well, we're doing pretty well standing up against it, honestly. Providence, a place named for a city, a pleasant name for a city, and it seems that this will be the end. We'll end there, one way or another. The mood. The hotel wireless says that over the weekend, market losses have been assessed. Margin calls made, collateral called in, and the results is a tidal wave of block sales ready at the opening of exchange. There are no buyers for them. The mood stocks is as if the whole country holds its breath. Is this the impenetration and ignorance of eminent rights of that will tip the world into chaos? Anna, smiling, greatly interlaced her fingers with yours on the tabletop. You realize you were drumming them there. Well, you travel today. This would be the time. Do you wish to purchase a firearm, or do you resist? Try to see beyond all this to some better future, even if it might not arrive. We look to the future. I'd rather have some sanity than a firearm. A ring. You're back in an hour. You're back in half an hour, a few minutes in the juror, by the restaurant on the 34th Street. To choose a ring, the stone's not the... Oh, we're going to propose. Yes, this is the right choice. Definitely the right choice. I did not understand my choice right there. I should have read into the a little more, but this is good. The stone, but not the biggest one. All you can afford. You've got to beat this. You must. We're proposing. Yes. Love conquers all, truly. I'm so happy our past decisions have been mending our character's mental. And our resolve is good. You are given an extravagant trip to Ireland. You give an extravagant tip to Arlene, who shines with thanks. Carl can't say enough. They wish you both well. Extravagant. You take a taxi across town, up 4th Avenue to the Grand Central Terminal on 42nd Street. It's a gigantic the New York New Haven and Hartford Railway shows the route north from the city, east through the Continental, then northeast to the Providence Rowhead Island. For the instant, you think you see Plok in the crowd, but no, you find your seats and the train sets into motion. Anna seems a little distant today, removed. As you clear the sprawl of the city, she starts to sketch something on a pad. Seems almost unaware of doing so. You look, it appears to be a man, but you know it isn't. It's so real as a presence. Nyarlathotep. Anna, you go to stop her. It's only now that she seems to see it. She gives a start, rips it in two, rips it again and again into hundreds of pieces. It's early evening when you step off the train and take a cab with you, your trunks, and bags over to the Providence Biltmore Hotel on Dorrance Street. You take the connecting rooms on the 15th floor. The place is modern, boasts a double-height ballroom at its top. All the way on the 19th floor, it has 6 separate restaurants. Wow, that's a lot of restaurants for one hotel. I mean, it's a big one, but damn. And you eat at one of these, and is thoughtful. She says you must find a library tomorrow. She thinks at the university. You retire to bed. It's early hours of the morning. Anna lies on her side, arm throws across yours. She murmurs moves. She lifts herself a little on her elbow and then carefully folds back the covers from you both. Her eyes are open, but you know she's asleep as she rises and knees neatly beside you on the bed. Her pale skin glows. She seems to draw on all the little light in the room to her. She looks away, alternately left and right. You know she's not seen this room. You've seen this before. She's in the dreamlands. The temperature drops even more. Then on the ship, you can see her breath. Again, you sense she's traveling. And then that she has a companion. She's uncomfortable with this. Several times she shakes her head or stiffens as if rebuttaling a word or gesture. It's not Pope. You're sure of that. And how you see the wider caution matter. Now you say wider caution or matter. And she grasps, and it might be wonder or alarm. Her eyes are wide. She stares at something. It's very still. Listens. Then almost superstitiously, she puts out her right hand, palm down toward where you lie next to her. Reaches for you. Do you take it or not? This could be dangerous. Don't take... Damn. Damn. This hurts me. I can't take the choice because I lack the body. Wait, we have enough body. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6, exactly. I've seen this happen before. Does it mean greater than 6? Or... Now this can help us. But this is very frustrating. Love. Carl loves us. That's funny. But that's not important right now. That's... fuck. This upsets me. You need more than 6 body. Is that whatever. We can't choose this. Damn. You can't take her hand. You don't know what that might do to her where she is. It's so hard not to. You realize to your knee right besides her. Her attention is absolutely rapid on something now. Her lips press together once more. Her hands seem to feel for yours. Again, you fight the compulsion to take it. She's pale, trembling now, her eyes unblinking. You watch her for some minutes. Then she gives the smallest movement of her head. A gasp. Her eyes are with you again. You're all right. You gently hold her. You're all right now. I was there. The go-between took me. I was with him. You don't need to ask who. He's almost here, Mark. He's hard to resist. Hard to even want to. I tried to find you. I couldn't risk waking you, Anna. I couldn't know if it might harm you. She nods, but she closes to tears, and then this isn't how she is. She nods, but she closes to tears. And this isn't how she is. Damn, I hate that. I hate that so much. That wounds me personally. Yeah, it's worse than... Train from his location. Damn. I'm so upset. Damn, I'd lack in the body for it. I need to keep my body up for such... Did earlier also improve my body and mind as well as I could. The carriage is a ginger hair Jerry. Everyone calls him Red. My pleasure, Mr. Jackson. Anything at all? Just ask, we'll sort it out. You've popped down first thing to pick up some aspirin for Anna before the pharmacy's open, but by the time the two of you come down to breakfast, she's herself again. You look at the Providence Journal. Its front page details more bloodletting on the stock exchange, but your mind isn't there. It's only on this. Can you finish it? Can she? Contact added Red. Damn. With the directions from Red, you make the short walk down the hill to Brown University. Down there at the bay, Anna points as you cross the river. Is Newport all the great American families go there in the summer? I read about them. They have these huge marble mansions they call cottages. You walk on the past the Ackerman buildings to your goal, the John Carter Brown Library. Anna needs to look at historic records, and this is the place. You met by librarian Grace Piercer. She's welcoming. Yes, we've more than 20,000 volumes. Early American history, accounts, documents, correspondence. Many are unique or very rare. She's delighted that you are from England, but explains that without a letter of introduction, the library is normally restricted to facilities, students, and academic researchers. Might I know your specific interest? She smiles between you and Anna. Mistress here seems forgiving, but she needs a reason to let you in. What option will you take? Use an old business card to establish your bona fide. Look to Anna to lead this conversation, or give a partly honest explanation of thereabouts. the legal misdirection. I'm hoping to do some genealogical research. You begin. One of my ancestors was a very early arrival here when the township was founded. Here's my card. I do apologize that I didn't send advance notice of arrival. Being in Providence is unplanned. A happy coincidence. Some Of course, Miss Jared will find what you need. And may I say what a very understanding young wife you have. Splendid her, spending her time on holiday in a library. Miss Protector's mistake is not corrected by either of you, as she ushers you inside, and you and Anna share a secret smile. Cute. Getting back her charisma. Gained a mind from that. Contact added Grace Potter. Location added Brown University. Miss Protector situates you among the holding covering the first years of the Commonwealth. Anna looks at the letters as collected in Annals of Town of Providence, 1843 volume edited by W.R. Staples. You look at early volumes of Rohide Island Historian Society collections. Somewhere, she says, there must be records of a place or a person that we can use to compel the one of us. She moves Pope's ring around her finger. She hasn't shaken last night. Okay. We might find a place called Assurance or seen as unlucky, she says. Then we would want the person who had ownership of a parcel of the land at a specific time. I wish we could be more accurate as to when. It sounds vague when I explain it to you, but we must find out why the cult chose to bring Nyarlathotep through here. You work diligently, but with no breakthrough, the library is soon to close. We need a date. We talked of timelines. What if Dreamlands dedicates events here? The war being refought there? Mark, what is it? The 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1646. It took place mostly in Germany. Providence was founded in 1637, incorporated in 1649, and something comes to you. You beg Miss Petters to help, and she finds a history of the conflict. You look through Anna at your shoulder. Yes, you say. 1632, we saw 3 windmills in the Dreamlands. The soldiers went towards them. There were 3 windmills at Lutzen. I pronounce. Okay. Forgive my butchering. There stood in the woodcut pictures of the battlefield. 1632 beams Anna. That settles it. You come to the door of her room. She turns, draws you to her. She kisses you. She is only inch or so shorter than you in her heels. Leads you inside. Oh, this is sweet. All the fear and danger, everything else is forgotten now. Okay, new saucy bit. You move slowly. She makes the tiniest little screams and holds to you tightly. She's so slender, you think she might break in two, pushing against you, and you both hold the moment, holding and holding until finally she shout out in release, and you're lost. She holds to you and reminds you very quietly, very seriously that she loves you. You start a letter to Thesa, but you can't talk on what you would need to talk about. She can do nothing for you. She won't believe you. You must just hope you live through it to bring Anna through it. For Nyarlathotep has found her here in the city. He's close now. Chapter 9, Prospect Terrence. Okay. You've little time sitting in the library, difficult when you prepare for battle, but you've learned some things, and you know this isn't a foe you can stop with bullets, or wire, or shells, or numbers of men. You need knowledge, and Anna's fine finesse, and perhaps, just perhaps, a little of your own stubborn nature. You take breakfast. Again, the paper covers the chaos on Wall Street. From the opening bell on Tuesday, losses were worse than ever. Big and small, traders were wiped out. Individuals ruined. The ticker that keeps the prices was hours behind, but the exchange stayed open. Money rates held. No banks went under yet. It seems that all is apocalyptic. Apocalypse. I don't know. You take your place in the library. 1632, before the formal setting of the town. You focus on the very earliest letters now. Time is short. What will you learn upon? Honest hard work, trust in your consciousness, your growing feel for this strangeness. Damn, we lack the insight. Hard work, trust in your conscience. I'll trust my conscience. Just in our conclusions, that's what we should do. Oh, an ad. We're going to have an ad break in just a moment. I'll click on the choice, and then I'll switch over if it's too long. Yeah, that's going to take more than a minute to read. I'm going to switch to the ad break string and start my spinning. All right. This is very interesting. Many things are coming to a foot. We, luckily enough, were able to mend our relationship, unable to take her hand when I think she needed us, which pained me. The choice was not allowed to us because we did not have the body's health. If that choice was allowed, I would definitely take it. I think that would have been the right choice, but our stats simply did not allow it. This information will be useful, and the gun thing was definitely the right choice to leave that behind. What else? What else? Many things going. I find it very funny. We were able to get what's his name? Let me quickly check. Forget. Carl to love us. So we maxed out Carl, which is very funny to me. That fills me with great delight. Let me turn off desktop audio so that's not distracting. I'm just going through my notes. Red is driver. Yeah. Anything else of note? Not really. Travel. Yes. Damn. I'm scared that our choice in not going with, or our lack of choice, I guess I should, our lack ability to go with her has locked us out of some important information that we may need in the future without, I have no idea. I can only worry that's the case. Our character is at least in good health. Our body is energetic. Our mind is organized. Our insight is our lowest stat. The acquisitive side. We're acquisitive. That's been going up and down. I think, ironically, the romance we've been having has been the most destructive to our insight. But that is fine. I think it's well worth the trade, even though the insight would have been nice, honestly. But love does distract the mind and all that. Fair enough in that in the game. Fair enough. I'm quite happy with our stats right now. We were on the rocks. Our mind was definitely much lower than I was comfortable with, and our body also was pretty low. But we're both healthy and well organized. The mind, I was happy we were able to restore many things. Our resolve may not be as high as I would like, but our charisma has always been maxed for most of this. It's one thing our character's been having for the whole thing, which is very funny. Our ex-soldier, who was just a businessman with no past romance experience, has become quite the talker, very charismatic. I guess this experience has really brought him out of his shell, and plus the love of his life he's with has probably improved his self-confidence quite a bit. I just hope we can keep him alive to the end. We may be locked at the best ending because we had 2 of the failed health things, which is less than ideal. Just to say the least. I don't know what it means to be locked out of the best ending, but it definitely is not what I was hoping for. Yeah. Alright, we're almost back from the ad break. Quite happy. Alright. Alright. Just deciding what to do next now is the trick part. We'll continue reading, of course. Welcome back. Thank you for your patience for the ad break. We just were, yeah, I was just yammering on about different thoughts on matters. There's a lot going on right now. My character and his position, we're in good spots. I'll be honest. Everything seems to be on the upward rise. That one point of that one choice we weren't able to make does concern me. I think that may lock us out of future things, potentially. I'm hoping it's not as bad as I am worried it might be. But we'll carry on. Anna reads out a letter. Star Boyer, one of the companions of Roger Williams, Roger Williams? I don't know. The town's founder writes to his wife Jane in Boston, who has yet to join him. He speaks of a place on the east bank of Seekonk River that the Narragansett schemes, cautions, and Mintano warn against. Land that must be avoided. The Negus name the bridge used in Cambridge. And you have an entry from the Annals of the Town of Providence by Staples. These are claims that the tract of the land where Matthew Roper has built should not be settled. The Narragansett tribe suggests that part of the land is weak and must not be walked. And then something utterly strange. 1632, November 16th. The town sees a tragedy. 17 deaths on a single night. Drowned. She says the record. No bodies found, no more. There is no breaking the relations with the schemes, nothing. Roper is one of those gone. November 16th, the same date as Lazit. They weren't drowned, says Anna. These are the rips between our worlds and dreamlands. This must be one. They were lost. And you follow the lines of the Narragansett schemes and the private claims on this land to this date. Roper died with no heir. As Anna completes that, you find a map. The land's called Swan Point today, a cemetery. Our destination, you say. And our message, she slides a piece of paper to you. It reads, Cautious Mintanamo Camlet Both Matthew Roper, all the names. All the names. Can you keep our meeting with Linda? She looks at her watch. Must check this before we meet Greeds tonight. Of course. I'll see you back here in 2 hours. Good lord. A lot of big words there. Oh, good. We gained body. I'm always concerned. I don't know what will harm and give body. Insight will gain probably there. Yes. Mine no so, please. Will be so kind. Yes. Mythos says must not be walked. Rips between the worlds. The Rhode Island State House stands across the river from College Hill, a grand edifice of white marble and granite, with a high dome. You pace before it. The day's cold. 10 minutes after noon, people come and go by the broad steps. Quarter after now. It's late. Should you be worried, you turn again. Someone is in front of you. Polk. Hey, Polk. Hey, old buddy, old chum. Mr. Jackson. His hands are stuffed in his pockets against the cold. Mr. Polk. Are you waiting for Linda Austin? Yes, she works against them. Oh, his eyes moved in thought. She didn't keep her routine Sunday evening or Monday. I couldn't find her. Shall we walk? You fall into step with him. He was following her. Almost certainly you too. She was to meet Gideon on Saturday night, you say. She seemed nervous about it. We can't know, he says, but it's a Friday midnight. Swan Point Cemetery. Swan Points, we thought so. Good, how did you find out? I got close to them yesterday. A church near here. Heard it there. Saw some bad things too. He looks away. It's deserted. Here in the grounds. Is Miss Wade up to this, sir? I mean, she may not be ready to see what I saw. I think it might be bad for her. You hear him, but you know your answer. We rely on her, Mr. Plock. I think she may have more strength than either of you or me. Plock grunts, flashes a smile, and then with the movement, you see him. This bastard. That squat figure in the overcoat, barehanded, bareheaded, stands in front of you like he did the first night. You, he glares, so this is the end, and I'll do this. The go-between stabs with his hand in the air, and you feel a terrible hurt, as if a bayonet runs through your stomach. Everything slows down. Plock is reaching for something. What can you do? Goad him. Tell him of his mistakes. Pull his attention from Plock. Let's get his attention away from Plock. You fight through the pain, take several steps to the right, and he tracks you, stabs you again with his hand in the air, and you fold over, close your eyes as you feel it land through your stomach, and then the pain is gone. You look up, the go-between claws desperately at his feet as Plock advances against him, a stream of something, dust, running from a small box in his hand, swirling out through the air at its target. Take that, you bastard. The go-between falls to his knees. His side, he moans in pain, perhaps frustration. Blood is on him. He slumps. He's still. Plock grabs you, and you're walking away from the overpowered smell of rot. How much body did we lose? 1 or 2? 1, 2. Yeah, I suspected that. Lost a mine as well. Should gain resolve, though. No. Relation proof of Clarence Plock. Rhode Island State House. I'll be there, says Plock. I'll go there, through to this other place you go. But I fight anything that wants to come here. No. I'll not, oh, no. I'll be there, says Plock. I'll not go through to this other place you go, but I'll fight anything that wants to come here. Good luck, Mr. Jackson, and to Miss Wide, and you too, Mr. Plock. You shake hands and he turns and he walks away. Definitely, I think we made the right choice of keeping Plock on our sides. Everything, Plock has been nothing but an asset, nothing but a friend. What a relationship with him. Clarence Plock, we are friendship. Pretty high. You trust him. I'd like to max our friendship if possible. Yeah, we're still in pretty good health. I would like to get our mind and health always up as much as possible. Knowledge. What knowledge did we gain? Provenance owns notice. Oh yeah. Must not be walked. Rip between the worlds. I think that's everything. And we know of a new locations. Times Square, trains Providence, trains. Okay. Bunch of points of interest. The city lies beneath you. The daylight's dim. You're meeting with Gades at Providence Trance, overlook on the city. You told Anna of Linda's absence, and Plock. You just say it. Do I kill Geddes? No, she says. Even if you managed, I wouldn't for a moment see you pay the price. And we don't know it would stop this calling. He'll push you hard now, you say. We can't play both sides much longer. But here he is, the two men with his neither are victor, and the park's empty apart from you and them. They walk across. Miss Wade, I hope you are well, he smiles. And Mr. Jackson, I think, Mr. Gideons. Neither of you offer a hand. Miss Wade, may we? He indicates they walk a little way. As they do, his men, it's clear they are here to stay with you. You watch them. You can see the depth of his attraction to her, like a sexual attraction, but even deeper, as if he can taste a power. She holds herself carefully. Often she looks away from him. He does most, but not all of the talking. He's impassioned. His voice rises a little now, so you can hear her some words. You looked on him. He looked on you. He's chosen you. Oh, this is him saying this. Never mind. You've looked on him. He looked on you. He's chosen you. And then she does meet his eyes. She speaks softly, then nods once. They walk back to you. Gideon still's talking. I'll send a car for you late on Friday, half an hour before midnight. Where do you stay? The Biltmore. I'll see you then, Miss Wade. And smiles and bows. I think that was the right choice, says Anna. You walk away, her gloved hands on your arm. I thought if I have his trust or some measure of it, I'll see more clearly when to stop this. It's dangerous. You shake your head, but I'll be there. Polk's information is confirmed. There's no sure way to seem to meet Gideon's desires. May be a chance at least. You walk on in silence, each of you lost in your imaginations. The two of you dress for dinner, go up to the restaurant on the 19th floor. The lights of the city are spread out below. The shade of the waning moon. The shade of the waning moon. That's what? Okay, waning moon in the river. Rain starts to paint the window, driven by a stiffening wind. Big storm coming in, I think, sir, says your waiter. We see gales here, but not hurricanes like in Florida. But you're thinking of another threat, another storm, and it all looks so fragile down there, so unprepared. Probably should not given a British accent. Probably should try it American. The two of you make love fiercely, and now Anna sleeps. That is a funny sentence to me because it just bluntly says, like, yeah, you guys did it again. Nothing, no more, no pros or pros. Just it happened, and now you sleep. That's pretty funny. Oh my goodness. That's probably the most blunt and straightforward this game has been in the whole time. And the wind howls, and the rain drums against the window. The window, sorry. I'm just giggling to myself. Chapter 10, Nightmares. Nightmare. You got to hope that you have the right words. You saw they meant to poke back in Suffolk. Perhaps there can be the quest power. The wind out there howls even louder. The rain lashes against the window. You sleep, but fitfully. The windows bang. It's chastisement. The rain, it's a torrent. The lightning almost continuous. You're aware of Anna. You're aware of the city out there, of the skin around us, and that keeps us whole, of the skin that keeps us safe and clean and possibly ignorant. And the ribs in that skin, this knowledge, these creatures, Pope and the ghouls, the dryer, the thing in the mansion, the go-between, the one of us, the Nyarlathotep Cthulhu. Mythos added, Cthulhu. Location Prospect Turns. Something else beneath all this. Instant at the window, the glass is being scratched as though something sharp is being drawn across it, and now a quick squeak tapping. The noise stops. Anna moves and you whisper reassuring, but she gently slips from you, rise to knees on the bed beside you, her eyes far away, and you can see she's going elsewhere now, unseen of the hotel room. The temperature starts to drop, and you rise, walk to the window. The rain still thrashes down. You look out into the blackness. Nothing. No. What is there? Dun, dun, dun. A horrific crash of thunder and then of long lightning changes the night to a harsh white day. And in it, it's real. Stood 200 feet up in the air is a creature come from Irlium. It's not Avin, but it's Avrian. It's not Avrian, but it's winged, a long body, distorted, grotesque, colossal, and its head has something of a human, and its awful black eyes find yours. And you feel Anna take your hand. She's there beside you, and at that instant, the creature turns its head. Its wings come erect. Something like gills stand up around its neck as you rear back, all of its attention on you. It falls away. It falls from sight, gone, and then everything is gone. That's going to lose some sanity. The hunting horror. Dreamlands. Oh, we're going back to the Dreamland? What? We're in color. Oh yeah, I forgot the Dreamlands are a little wacky with her. Everything is gone. You're outside. It's cemetery. Anna's with you. There's an excess of color. It can't follow us, she says. But what is this place? It's not the one or another. It's not the one or another. You can feel your panic building. She looks up and you follow her eyes. The sky hangs heavy, pulses, and now you see shape within it, flying, wheeling close, down and down. It lands heavily in front of you. It's your size. No, it's bigger, black with great wings and a long tail, horns, a face, the same flat gray featureless palate, a horse's head like the thing you saw in the mansion, ferocious, and as hand grips yours, and she stares at it, and still its attention back on her. What do you do? Strike it with Jasper's knife? We don't have a knife. Use a gun if you have one. Shield Anna. Well, all we can do is shield Anna. We have no weapon. You move just a little closer to it, still holding her. You'll be the first if it attacks. Against all instinct, you wait. The tension. It's still an Anna. You watch its attitude, try to predict the attack, but it's a terrible threat, so alien. It moves ever so slightly now. You can feel something in your head, like thoughts that are not your own. You find your mind working and wandering. You tense. You try to pull back. The creature turns and then takes to the air, straight up there. You watch it go. It's fantastic. Anna sighs in relief, then nods. We couldn't fight it. I know how badly you wanted to punch it. She laughs suddenly, almost tearfully, and she leads you on, and it's only a few steps, and you feel the change running through you. Things shift. You're making passage away. And you're there, hand in hand, back in the room, and she trembles and laughing with relief. Well, we're probably gain insight, but our mind's gonna take damage from that encounter. How much? 1 or 2 mine lost to that encounter? Yeah, 2. Heavy blow. Our resolve should be... Is it shaken? It is not. Swan Point and Dream. At least our insight's getting good. That should be good towards the end. Nightmares. Nightmare. Neither of you sleep. In the morning, Anna is close to collapse. Surely everything's not just last night, but what you'll face tomorrow. You insist she rests, though she says she doesn't want a doctor. This happens when she works too hard, she says. She'll be fine by this afternoon. You arrange for drinks, soup, fruit. Aside from the worry, the rest probably does you good too. Anna sleeps. Her temperature doesn't go too high. You're watchful. You don't want to see her travel in the dreamlands, and the chance of that seems high here and now. She wakes in the early afternoon, sees you by the bed. Look at atomic theory, she says, abruptly raising herself on one elbow. The atom, the ultimate individual particle, but it's not, you see, it's not unchangeable. It can be destroyed. There's no context for this pronouncement. Anna, you begin, but she's talking earnestly, and there are bodies that could hold vast stores of energy that might even rip free with the destruction. Her hands describe a flowing motion. Someone could make it into a weapon to destroy everything, just everything. Her words set out a bold series of hypotheses. They make the vaguest sense to you. You've an interest in physics, but none of all which she now confirms. But she's none at all, which she now confirms. How could I know this, Mark? And how could he know this? As you look to respond, she lies back down. She watches you, but before you said 2 words, her eyes close and she sleeps again. Oh, you must stop this. You must succeed. I guess we get insight learning about atomic theory. Yep, there'll be a nuclear bomb one day. Yippee. Yippee. Atomic theory, yeah. It's in the mytho. That's funny. Where is that? I guess it's under knowledge. I guess, yeah, it's under knowledge. Fair enough. It is funny though. It is in my mythos. Monsters, Cthulhu, Dead Not Dreaming. I wonder if these continue between. I wonder if your knowledge continue between playthroughs. If that's so, it might be easier to do continual runs. Maybe. Probably not, though. That'd be strange if it was continue between runs. But it does seem like the kind of thing this game would have. Like somehow, if you fail, it starts again in a loop. I wonder. As you look to respond, she lies back down. She watches you, but before you said... Oh, yeah, I read that already. It's late afternoon when Anna says she's recovered. Will rise. She does seem better. She dresses. Mark, can I ask you something? Wait, we look so different in this portrait, but all right. I digress. She walks to the window, takes a couple of deep breaths. Don't be angry with me about this. I have to say what's in my head. I have to talk to you. You nod, encourage her to proceed. Conversation. Ooh. What if Giddy's right? She asks. If nothing must come, if that happens, then perhaps it must be that must bring him. So that may happen for the best. What do you say? But he's wrong, Anna. He doesn't matter if you. It doesn't matter if you're the one to do it. He's right, Anna. Your father knew he wasn't. You know he isn't. I know. You know I trust you. You know what's right. Why must not it come? Yeah, why must it come? Why must he come? But he's wrong, Anna. It doesn't matter if you're the one to do it. He's not right. He's not right, Anna. Your father knew he wasn't. You know he isn't. You know I trust you. I think he's wrong. And I'm gonna agree with the father. I think this. Yeah. Yes, my father. But then she sighs. We don't understand what we've seen, and some of it is beautiful, and it has deep knowledge of us. What if this is something that's meant to happen, Mark? It's inevitable, but it must happen correctly? No, I won't believe in it. We have to stop this. I understand to know if that it's wrong, however, it has to happen. You should know by now that I trust you completely, and I trust you in this. Can't tell you I'm certain. I can't be sure, but I firmly believe we have to stop it. My gut says to stop it. But, hmm. I don't know. Hmm. We've been fighting against it this whole time. I think we must stand firm. She's silent a moment. You're right. And nods firmly. She manages a smile. I think we have to. She nods. She looks sure now. And she leans to you and takes your right hand in both of hers and holds it for a long moment. Lost the mind to that. It improved. Hmm. I cannot let this happen. We've been fighting so desperately against this. Diathesa, I'm so sorry that you received this late. I'm so sorry that you received this later on my death. I can't explain to you what happened and why the necessary for my actions, but I know that you'll believe me when I say that these actions were true and unavoidable. My will is with errors. I hereby enclose a addendum in favor of Anna Wilde should she survive me. She will tell you a little more. I'd be very happy if you become friends. Look to your own happiness, Lisa. You must have someone worthy of you who respects you for who you are and who you are in every way. Your loving brother, always, Mark. He's preparing for death, but I hope this does not happen. Swan Point. You may fail, you may die, she may die. Today will tell. Do you think Linda's right? Anna looks up from the book her father was annotating in his last days. I hope so. She may just have determined to get away from all this, but you don't know. You still see the winged creature and its horse head in the goddess's ballroom. In Gade's ballroom. You turn back to the city map, the cemetery. It's large. You think the library passages refer to a spur of the land, Swan Point itself that juts out into the river to the south. It's really time. Is there anything else you must think of? Uh, is there anything? I mean, if we can get Polk, maybe we can. You write a few lines to your mother, your father. You address them, place them on the bedside in your room beside the letters to Thesa. Mm. You travel first, she'll follow. You put on the overcoat, distribute things across the pockets. Ready. If you can be ready for such an awful task, and with so much to lose. I'll be close, Anna. Polk's there, too. We can't know what will happen. I may need a strike against Gideus or Victor. I will if I must. And you hold you hold each other's eyes for a long moment. You must make no more of it now. Cab. Your cab waits outside Swan Point Cemetery. You see the driver is surprised at the destination at this hour. It's not too far. Coming up, sir. It's collapsed, as you know. Stop here at the main entrance. The headlines show a stone wall, a gate. Oh, the headlights, sorry. The headlights show a stone wall and a gate. For a second, you glimpse a face there. You climb out, press a $5 bill on him and ask him to wait. Thank you, sir. I'll just be down there on the left. I'll be there, sir. He drives on. You'll have no idea what he thinks you're doing. Nothing for it, though. Now, though, report to the reps reception committee. The reception. Mm. The gates swing open as you come to it. A man stands there. Who are you? He shines a flashlight in your face. You can't well see him, but he's a big one. You can sense the symmetry behind him. How do you want to handle this? Discreet violence persuasion, or just act on inspiration? Persuasion? I'm a man of words, not of violence. Man, I'm George Ajara, you say, and Mr. Gideus is waiting for me down at the river. I thought Dyers was, goddess. Gideus said his man would be ready. You're not? Now my cab's gone and I'm late. He waves. He wavers. He wavers, and you lean in conspicuously. Look, I'll tell him you helped. The car broke down. I had we to walk. You even gave me your flashlight. You take it from him. Yes, sir. You know the way, sir. You walk on. Look, I'll tell him you helped. The car broke down. I had to walk. Had to go walk even. Okay, so we're getting rid of them. We're tricking him. Very nice. That was gain some mind from that, I'm hoping. Yes. Only one. Bit disappointing, but our resolve is firm. You proceed down the avenue past the gravestone, monuments, and mausoleums. Amongst the tall black trees, there's just enough light from the stars to see by, and you remember the path from the map. Pull it out once it's to check it in the flashlight. You switch it off quickly. A car's coming. You duck down, watch it pass. Impressive vehicle, a light on inside, and it sits there, Victor beside her. You hurry after it, and very soon you can feel the river out there, smell it. This is it. Swan Point, you see something. A light ahead. It's not consistent. It grows and diminishes. No, it pulses. You go closer. Figures are silhouetted against it. A number. It's hard to see. Do you want to get closer still or not risk it? Take cover, watch from a distance. Get closer. We need all the information. No reason to be a cowardice in this time. You move quietly up into the shadow of a hedge and look towards the light. About 20 people robed, masked, bathed by this wild illumination, which is intensifying. They're chanting, and you can't make out the words, but there's a looseness to it that's not right in your ears, unsettling you greatly. 3 figures, unrobed, unmasked, stand in the center of the others. Anna, Victor, Gideus. They stand right by the source of the light, which seems to hang in the air. You know what it is. Do I? What is it? It's it's a imperfection damage. It's a rip in our world, like a rip in a place. Silk. Radiance spills through, radiance from somewhere else. The rip widens. You can see the place beyond. Oh god, the sky starts to shift color. The chant becomes a scream and everything changes. Well, we're very insightful. But our mind may be a shudder. Just one, please. Okay. No, damn. Well, hope this insight comes to good worth and we don't go insane. Damn. What do you mean? Oh, wait, we had three mind. What? 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 All right. I guess this is one of those times you automatically fail if you do. This is less than ideal. You clench your teeth together, feel rage rising in you. Now you know you've known before, but had to keep your mind aware of it. Our world doesn't contain these things. Wait a minute. Is it our insight maxing that causes it? Genius? No. Maybe. Knowledge of the secret insight grows as you learn, lets you your conscious outcomes of certain actions before taking, but with too much insight, you'll be lost forever. Ah, I did not know that. I missed that. Damn. Ah, I missed that. We lost. Damn. So close to. You clench your teeth together. You feel rage rise in you. Now you know before, but you had to keep your mind aware of it. Our world doesn't contain these things. These things contain our world. They suffer our world. If they even see it, you want to lash out at something. All your frustrations at the cruelty we're capable of, the cruelty you yourself are capable of, and the endless, meaningless, then nothing. You refocus your rage. You must these things are close. You must have things to fight for. You must fight. You master yourself. You must a little longer. You must a little longer. Game over. Oh, I didn't get to read that. Game over. This is one more crisis than you could bear. This knowledge you this weirdness, your body, your blow is more than you can take. Your strength, your strong body, your stubborn mind, your courage, they fall and they given out. Just a death, you suppose. You feel the end as it comes. Everything rushes by it, all becomes clear, all of it. You didn't keep Anna safe, you didn't win her, and that regret you can't bear. It's not right. It's not right. And you try to look for her now, but you can't see her. You didn't save Victor from himself. You didn't live to stop this. You tried, you failed, but let it come. And start a new game to continue this game. If you continue this game, it will affect your ability to reach the greatest achievements. Huh. You can start a new game with this game. If you continue this game, it will affect your ability to reach the greatest achievements in the game. What does you mean? Is there even this kind of achievements? No. Don't really want to start again. We'll continue.
Oh, well, let me continue. No, it doesn't let us continue. Oh, it's happening. Okay. We can replay this part. Damn. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Okay. Hmm. All right. I kind of wish this game had save points like like venture persuasion. Okay, let's get back to damn. I did not know too much insight would just straight up kill us. Damn. Good to know. Take cover here. Okay. Yeah. We need to lower our insight. Interesting. That makes insight such an interesting variable that I didn't understand before. You move into the cover of a mausoleum with the light, 20 people, yeah. If incense fly, you can just hear the chants. There's figures, okay. See if we, well, if it does it again, I'll have to start again. But damage, it rips the world, okay. You can see beyond, it's the sky shift the color, the light glows, brightness as the chant becomes scream, and everything changes. Okay. Gained body. Please not give us insight. Okay, this might be a dead end. Let's see. See if it does the same thing. Yeah. Damn. That hurts. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I got too much insight. Uh, damn. Damn indeed. That's unfortunate. Well, hmm. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. That hurts. Well, it's about the time I usually end. I definitely want to come back to this, but I don't think we have enough time to start again and really make any progress. And the question is, how much more do I want to reread? Yeah, yeah. Let's start a new save file. Damn. All right. Let's find who's live. And then go back to the main menu. Let's go to the main screen. Who is live? Thank you for everyone who hung out. Thank you for the raid again, Faya. Very much appreciated. I'm very glad. I'll make sure. And thank you for everyone who's popped in till now. Let's see who is going at this hour. We could do Gobbo again. Is anyone else playing this game? I doubt it. Could do the Goblin Parade. I probably will just, unless there, let me check who else is live. Yeah. We'll just right into the Goblin Parade. Wait, what is today?
Actually, yeah, yeah, we'll do Goblin Parade. I think this is a fine place to end. There's usually someone else I like to raid on Thursdays, but this is a good time to end. Good. All right. Thank you. Until next time. Bye bye for now. All right. Here is the raid message if you are subbed. Here is the raid message if you are not. As always, thank you. And be adventurous, but be adventurous. So this is the end. Be adventurous, be creative, but most importantly, take care of yourself until next time. I'll see you guys next week on Sunday. I think instead of where we're going to continue from the last game, we might take the next week off for Next Fest demos and then return the game to our regular schedule afterwards. So on Sunday and Monday will probably both be all Next Fest demos, depending. Maybe I'll see how many streams of that I want to do. If I want to do for the whole week or just 1 or 2 streams. Uncertain at the moment, but I'm definitely leaning towards at least 2 because there's a lot of demos I want to try out for the Next Fest. All right, bye bye for now. And oh yeah, for those who are unaware, my streams are generally always between 3 and 7 Pacific Standard Time. All right, bye bye for now.